Brother, these are the same schools that you attend. Wait. These are the same schools that you attend where I have seen your Ghanaian brothers and our Nigerian brothers struggle to get into the UK with such degree that they don't even recognize. Look, when you're about to kidnap a child, there's going to be a distraction. And your schools and your education, your hospital, those are the distractions that these people used.
Sister, can I get a second, please? The missionaries brought school to teach you what?
You have to adopt their name.
Here.
They brought school to teach you what?
Yes.
To teach you what? Their
to
language.
Educate us.
Their language, right?
Not that they are not their language. Can I ask you a question?
You are speaking their language, right?
Okay. Which country are you coming? Which country are you?
Hold on, bro. To educate you about what?
It's Ghanaian.
I'm coming. Which country? Which country?
I'm a
I
Cameroonian.
want to know about your country. Cameroonian.
Yes.
Don't you speak French?
I'm coming. In your local language. No, not French. In your local language. Do you have alphabet for your local language?
Yes, I do.
Are you sure?
I do.
You have like
the people came to teach you what, brother?
Alphabet,
what did they
the
come
English
to
alphabet. I'm coming.
Brother, what did they come to teach
English
you?
alphabet. Do you have it in your local?
Why would they have 36 English alphabets? He said they have their own alphabet. You are asking about English. He said it's from Cameroon.
African country.
Brother.
There's no African country that has this. I think we as Ghanaians, we use this same alphabet to write our own language.
What did they come to teach you?
That's what I'm teaching right now.
I think we're all missing the points right here.
So they taught us alphabets. Woo! Let's celebrate.
Alphabets.
Because we are not complete.
The first form of hold on, bro. The first form of colonization is knowing how to speak their language. That's the first form of colonization. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing how to read their language, write their language. That's how they can communicate to you what they need to tell you.
Which educational books did they convert to Ghana or Tree or Ewe? Which one? The same education they brought you, which one did they convert to your language, my brother?
Good. The question here is because we ourselves don't have our own alphabet. We don't. We as Ghanaians, we don't have.
All right, I'm asking you a simple question.
Can I actually say something, please?
Which language did they translate these educational books into? Area 51, please go ahead and carry on the conversation with him.
So I want to know, IMT, are you Ghanaian?
Yeah, boss. I'm Ghanaian, 200% Ghanaian.
Okay, 200% Ghanaian.
You're not a Ghanaian if you're doing what you're doing.
So
what have I done?
Do you know about the history of Christianity in Ghana?
I don't know much, but what I know is what I have told you.
Okay, so you told me what they told you, right? You haven't done your research. If you don't mind me asking,
see, I think we're all mixing religion and politics.
Shut up, Turka, shut up.
Mixing religion and politics in the same.
Shut up.
I'm talking. Hold on.
Please, Truth is next after RMT. Turka, can you please wait your turn? I'm going to give everybody a chance to speak. I'm going to round up in a minute because I'm not really here to convince people. We're having a conversation. If you want to be a Christian, that's fine. Me, I don't believe in gods, and that's always going to be my stance.
So, true. So, in RMT, you are Ghanaian. So, how did you... And you say you don't know the history about Christianity in Ghana, so you need to understand this.
What I know is I have witnessed and I've witnessed what I'm saying.
No, hold on, bro. Hold on. You don't have to witness nothing.
That's what they all say.
You can look at the people that gave you Christianity, and you could tell it's not the same. You people have been misguided.
I attended a missionary school.
It don't matter, man. That's fine.
Yeah.
The problem is.
You attended the missionary school and they didn't teach you about history.
The biggest hospital here in Ghana was built by these same people. The biggest hospital here in Ghana was built by the same.
RMT, you attended the missionary school in Ghana, and
Yes.
they teach you about they didn't teach you about the history of Christianity in Ghana. They didn't teach you about that.
Religion there. We didn't study religion there.
They didn't talk about it. They didn't ask you to pray.
No. Not purposely for religion.
No. In history class, when they were teaching about the history of Ghana, did they mention anything about Christianity?
For Christianity,
yes,
what did they tell you about the history about Christianity in Ghana?
Okay, actually, let me tell you the little that I know is I know about my church.
Can you round up this point, because I'd like to bring the next guest up.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not here to convince anybody if Christianity is working. Me, I cannot worship a slavery. Sorry, one second. I cannot worship a genocidal slavery God. You know, that's the reason why I'm not a Christian, because a lot of the things your God permits, me can't do it. I don't have the heart to, and I can't worship such a God. So,
it's a Christian.
Let me say something. This is the problem, bro.
Allow her to answer my question.
You are defending something you don't know nothing about. You are dying for something you know nothing about. Look, and I'm sure you are at least 21. You are dying for something you know nothing about. You've gone to school for the same shit and you know nothing about, but you are on the internet trying to defend something you know nothing about. Shame on you.
I know
not only that, but you're very ignorant. Hold on, you're very ignorant to say that Ghana did not have an alphabet when we have the Adinkra alphabet sitting here staring at us, like looking at you like an idiot. We are the ones who invented plumbing. We're the ones who taught these people how to be hygienic. We have literally taught them so many things, and you're portraying us.
See, everyone actually has their own opinion. You can't just start insulting him, calling him an idiot.
I don't mind. It's not an insult. Take your stupid ass out of here. It's not an insult.
He's had 3 chances because everybody else, Tim has been muted, Dynamite, but Turka thinks he's got some like big balls in here. Please, you don't. So, Mr. RMT, please let Bell finish, respond, and then I'm moving on to the next.
Ghana has so many things and still have so many things that they can put on the table to say that they have been more advanced than the Christians that came to colonize the country. Please don't vex us. Don't put our ancestors into shame, and don't embarrass our country like this. Because we have so many things that we are putting in place. So many things. And you're making us seem like we're barbaric, ignorant, poor, dirty. Like, don't be funny about it. You're the one who is not educated because you didn't even bother to do the research on Ghana. You're embarrassing us. You're embarrassing us.
RMT, I have a question. You said that Christianity provided education and hospitals. Where did you get that information from?
I attended Presbyterian school built by missionaries.
So the Presbyterian school told you that they provided hospitals and education. That's what they told you?
They built that school. They brought that school.
Oh, okay. So the Christians brought the school. That's what you're saying. So you're saying.
What I'm saying, that it's a fact here. Since you don't get my answer.
Because you don't know.
I know. I attended a missionary school.
You're so slow. You're embarrassing us.
So the missionary school that came with your colonizer is the one that it allowed you to infer. The colonizer came with all of these good things for you, right? And so because you like schools and you like healthcare, you are attributing it to Christianity.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't even learn this. You're just kind of guessing. I like because my colonizer gave me a school and a hospital.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Eddie, can I say something?
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing.
Thank you very much. Oh no, Bill, please. Please, we should have a mature conversation here.
No. I'm feeling really embarrassed. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's not Bell speaking. It's not Bells.
Shut up, bro. RMT, shut up. RMT.
I will still give you your 30 seconds. It's not a problem. It's not Bell speaking, but I feel a little bit embarrassed because the same education system that you guys claim they bring. I see my African brothers, they can even have master degree. It's still not accepted in this country. I'm in the UK. This is the same education you claim these people brought you, where a well-educated man from Africa would come over here and have to do the most minimal because they don't accept such.
No, but if this is the quality of the education he's boasting about, the colonizers are right to deny recognizing it. Because this is embarrassing. You are saying they brought you education in hospitals, you're attributing it to the Christians, yet they failed to teach you basic history about Christianity in your own country. If I were the colonizer, I would recognize that I gave you inferior education, and I wouldn't recognize you in my country because you'll bring it down. Because in their own countries, they provide better understanding about this history in your own about your country, but they failed to teach it to you.
My brother, RMT, where I live, I'm in the UK, and only 3% of the British practice Christianity. When you go to all these churches, you will find all these old Oyibo women, 60, 70, 80 years old. They are there for 45 minutes. They socialize. You know, I checked a thing, and it looks like the Asian people are coming over here making businesses. Like when you go to most of the corner shops and stuff, it's even my hair shop where I buy hair from is an Asian bobo. The bobo, they speak pidgin anyhow. Guess where he's from? He's from Pakistan. But you know, our Black people here are investing more in churches. Do you see what I mean? Like, look, I want you to understand. Honestly, if Christianity was practiced, because over here, churches don't open Monday to Friday like that. There's a noise communication, there's a noise level. Muslims are not allowed to play there. Bismillah, Rahman, wake up people for no reason. That's noise pollution. We're not allowed to see preachers. If you're preaching on a bus stop, the bus driver has a right to drop your ass because you're disturbing people's speech. Do you understand? Look, I'm telling you, the same Christianity that's been practiced over here, and I've lived here for 22 years of my life, and I've realized that most of the things us Africans are praying to, we get it over here differently. This is the effort of human beings, government. What support does a single mother have from the government in Ghana or Nigeria? Nothing.
Thank you very much. Would you allow me to answer
No
this?
finance.
Okay.
You can finish your point and then I'll move on to the. Me,
thank you very much.
Christianity can never be for Africa and Islam.
Thank you very much. You see, the reason why sometimes I don't want to buy the idea of this black man's ideology is we are our own problem. We Ghanaians and we Africans, we are our own problem. Eddie was saying something that I don't read, I don't do research, but what I've learned is that it was our own forefathers, the kings at those times, sold our forefathers to the whites. So we are not to blame the whites.
Can y'all take this dude down? I'm tired of this bullshit.
Where did you learn that nonsense?
This dumb motherfucker right there.
Oh no, seriously, I'm getting sick of it.
It's crazy to me how he cannot see that in the education.
We have the next speaker on. It's okay. Like I said, I'm not here for people that are going to be trying to look. I'm not here to change your mind. Look, it's okay, but don't go into the extent of like start chatting shit. Do your Christianity. I just dropped in because I just don't really have time for that. The question's back up on the board. Please, guys, when you come up, we're going to be having new conversations. We're not going to carry on from where people have left off. So, RMT, it's okay. Like, there's nothing I can tell you. You're cemented in your belief. I'm not trying to convince you. You can't convince me because I was born into your cult. And we know what it's about. When you start doing your research, your eyes will open more. I can guarantee you ain't even read the Bible from beginning to end. So he is truth. Please go ahead, state whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. Thank you so much for being patient, by the way.
Good evening, everybody, or good night. I am a Christian as, don't bother grandma, I'm talking to people on the phone. I'm a Christian, obviously by the profile picture, and You said the three things that I don't like about Christianity and two things I don't like about Islam, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
before you answer, I just wanted to ask, are you going to be able to answer the question as a Christian?
As a Christian.
Yeah, are you going to be able to give us three from each, or is that an impossible question for you?
Three from each. The one thing I don't like about Christianity is about how people have turned those prosperity people have turned it into a gospel of money.
Okay.
Like, for example, you know Kenneth Copeland?
No. Yeah, I think we all know what you're talking about, but there's a distinction between the behavior of the followers and the religion, right?
Oh, how about
I
the
imagine when you're
religion
going to talk
itself?
about Islam, you're going to talk
Yeah,
about.
I'm not talking about Christians. You can see. Look. If you open it, over here, Mr. Truth. I don't like to focus on people personally because people are different. We have good Muslims, we have bad Muslims, we have bad. Do you understand what I mean? I like to go straight to what does the scripture say. Do you understand? If the scripture says slap somebody, it doesn't mean necessarily you're going to have to do it or you're going to want to do it. Do you see what I mean? So that's why I'm using the ideology itself. I'm not using people. Let's not focus on people. Let's focus on scriptures.
And I think it's okay. It's a hard question. As a former Christian, I understand that it's a hard question. But even when I was a Christian, there were certain things I didn't like about the belief system, right? I just had to believe them, but I definitely didn't like them, right? So that's why I asked you, like, are you going to be able to answer the question? Maybe you're the one of those people who believes that answering the question is a betrayal or is blasphemy and so forth. So that's why I asked the question.
To be honest.
Thank you. So, Truth, I'm going to pop you back up on the big screen. Please go ahead.
About the religion itself. To be honest, I actually can't. What? Hold up, let's me. I'm on the computer right now. What is Christianity? According to the Bible.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, I just search. First of all, I have to define what Christianity is, right? Would have basic knowledge of what Christianity is, so I have to restate it.
No, we already know. We're not really that like silly, to be quite fair. We all know what Christianity is. Just tell me three things you don't like about Christianity and Islam.
To be honest, for Christianity, I don't really have.
What about Islam?
I actually do have something I don't like about Islam, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, you don't have anything you don't like about yours?
Thankfully, no.
Why do you think that is?
What don't you like about Islam?
What don't I like about Islam? Because in Islam, Muhammad is like the prophet, the final seal of the prophets, right? Or so it's what. So that's what I've heard from the Muslims. And he says that Muhammad is the standard of conduct. Like in Quran 33, verse 21. Like, and if your standard of conduct in your religion is doing all these heinous things, then how? Because if I was supposed to become a Muslim and I say the Shahada that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger, yet the messenger is so corrupt and evil, how can I honestly be a Muslim?
I don't know too much about Islam, but they make the claim that God is good.
You see that the Muslim God is evil. Don't you see that your God is evil too?
Elaborate.
Okay, we'll take a verse. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 9 to 11.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 9.
No, not that one. Isaiah 45, verse 7.
Isaiah 45, verse 7. Sorry, my grandma's in the background.
All right, I can read it for you or you can read it for us.
I'll read it. Let's see. Okay, it says, hold on. Okay, this is verse 7, right? I
Yes.
form light and I form darkness. I make
Okay.
peace and create evil. I
Okay.
do all these things.
So now the guy that does evil, you still like the guy that creates evil?
Let me see. No.
I mean, if you say you hate the Muslims for doing that, your God himself, he's the evil himself.
Okay. He creates evil, right?
Yeah. The Bible says.
Okay, let me say this. How this God is evil, right? Yes or no? This God, according to the verse, the God is evil, right?
Yes, it says he creates evil.
He creates evil.
Looking at the way you radish the Islamic God, he's supposed to be an exemplar.
Hold up.
Right?
I started on Muhammad, not the Islamic God.
Okay, Muhammad, he's supposed to be the exemplary, right?
Yes.
And your God is supposed to be the exemplary. So if he's creating evil already, for example, by telling people go and destroy all the Amalekites and stuff, is that who to follow?
As for you says go and destroy the Amalekites. You talk about God telling the Israelites to destroy the nations around them.
Yes.
First of all,
That's one, he's evil. Two, he destroys. Is that who we should follow? Okay, I'll rephrase it. Is that an example of a leader? It's all good. Somebody else can take over.
Hold up.
Was that First Samuel 15?
You said that the God of the Bible, okay, this God creates evil, right? But yet, how come he comes down in human form and then sacrifices himself for us? Is he bipolar?
Yes.
He's bipolar, right?
Actually, it's crazy because when you think about it, God's the one who created the problem, right? He created the evil. He didn't like the evil anymore. So he created himself on earth so that he could unalive himself to pay for a sin, to pay himself for the sins that the people he created did. And then if the people don't like and appreciate the payment, he's going to punish them forever.
You see, he tries to appear like like a hero in the scene when actually he's the perpetrator. Check it out.
Hold up.
He is true. I've got a question for you. Do you have children?
I am technically a kid.
Okay, so you're a kid. Okay. Is there any crime? Let's say you did have children. Is there any crime?
If he's technically a kid, he can't even be here. I don't see any.
Are you above 18?
Take I'm 8.
What?
I should be the youngest person. By American law, I'm not a kid. But I'm
How old are you?
18. I'm like barely out of it.
You are an adult in American
You're
law,
18.
so that's fine. So
How old is he?
He's 18.
Oh, he's a baby.
So he's true.
His frontal cortex has not even developed yet. So
You 18, dude. I don't even know what to say no more, man. I'm cool.
You have a lot to learn, bud.
But here's the thing, though. Okay, let's say one day you have children. Is there any? Can you think of right now? Can you think of any crime that your child that you love can commit against you? That the punishment for that crime would be torture forever.
No.
Not a single one?
Torture forever.
Yes, torture forever.
No.
Right. Why?
Why?
Well, because obviously, like, finite crimes deserve finite punishments, even for someone like Mustache Man in Germany or.
I'm sorry, can I ask him? Truth, what year were you born?
March 3rd, 2006.
Okay, I think he is 18. So finite crimes.
Not lying.
Generally,
I'm not lying at all.
So finite crimes generally would deserve finite punishments, no matter how bad the person is, right? You wouldn't punish someone forever for something that didn't last forever. You would punish them accordingly to their crime, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So what is the punishment that God prescribes? What is the crime that God prescribes the forever punishment for?
There are multiple crimes, like
No. There's only really one crime.
Well, sin.
No, that's not it. Sin is in us by nature. It's not a crime. What is the crime? What is the act? What is the thing that sends someone to hell forever?
Honest. Explain it to me. Like, to be honest, I don't know.
Obviously, the thing is that you have to believe in Jesus, right? You have to accept Jesus and believe in Jesus, right?
John 3:16.
So anyone who doesn't believe in Jesus is punished forever.
Hold up. Okay, you said host.
John 3:16.
Yes, but read 17 and 18 of John 3:16.
I'm tired of reading this boring book.
The
Just read
message
it.
and the message doesn't change regardless of how long you read it. The message in that line remains the same message, even if you read the entire thing.
You sure about that?
Yes, you can read it out loud for everyone.
For God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but save the world. Whosoever not believe in him is condemned. But whosoever believes not has already been condemned.
So you're
Because
being
they believe
condemned
not
anyway for not believing in him.
in his son. Let me read to the end of the chapter, right next to the end of the chapter, okay?
Go ahead.
Here, this is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but yet people love darkness rather than light. Everyone who hates the light will not come to the light because they fear the light to show expose the evil deeds. But whosoever who
What imaginary light are you people talking about?
He can't even read the Bible.
Bro, you should. This is the first verse.
You serve a God that condones slavery, sex slavery, genocide, unaliving innocent kids. Like, I don't get what light. You guys are the dark ones, if anything. Because I don't have a book that has such a characteristics of a God.
I'm going to address your point one by one. For slavery, why is it that there's an edition of the Bible that removes 90% of the Old Testament and 50% of the New Testament that was made for the slaves?
We should be asking you
The
that.
Bible
Why?
in of itself condones slavery. Why did the slave masters have to make a new edition of the Bible, removing parts of the Bible?
We should be asking you that, bro. Why? Why would somebody from the Christian faith do that? Why?
Why would somebody from the Christian faith mutilate the Bible? If they're
Dude, ain't nobody gonna convince you or nothing, bro. Listen, you 18, you was born in 2006 like you claim, and you trying to die over some shit you don't know nothing about. So
you don't know anything about my faith.
It don't matter, bro. You could do more research on your faith or belief system or way of life or whatever you choose to call this shit. Do more research on it because you're not sounding like you know anything about your beliefs.
Hold up.
You could bring your pastor
point
here,
by
bro.
point by point. They say that my God condones slavery, that the Bible condones slavery. The Word of God inside the belief. But yet, why, if the belief itself supports slavery, why are they editing the Bible in 1807? Why is there a Bible called the Negro Bible of Enslavement?
This is slow.
Bro, that's
I
my
can't do it.
question and not your question. That's my question. I don't believe in God. That's my question.
You still don't get the point. I'm saying
What the hell? You're the one
There's
that's
no
a
point in
Christian.
that.
What are you talking about?
without look. You said the Bible without any interpretation supports slavery, right?
Bro, are you kidding me? Like, look, this book is your book, not my book. So
I never said it was
about
your
why
book.
it is being changed.
I never said it was your book, man. I said that this is what I said clearly. If the Bible in of itself supports slavery, why is it twisted to support slavery if it already supports slavery? That's my point.
Why is it twisted to what?
Support slavery.
I don't get you.
And you guys say I don't know anything about my belief.
You don't.
Okay.
You clearly don't.
I didn't like it. This shit is crazy. Like you're not look. Do you even hear yourself? Like do you really
I
listen
think it's
to
like
how
Friday
you
or
sound?
Saturday night. You know, the alcohol has sunk in. Because most Christians drink, they go out, they go clubbing, they do all sorts of worldly things. They say that we do.
This is not real. Like we should be asking you, why was your Bible edited or changed and all this stuff instead of just sitting there and trying to ask us these questions and we're trying to tell you.
No, you guys are the one who claimed that my Bible supports slavery. I asked a question.
Because it do. What I mean, don't you get it?
Okay,
Dude, just go on Google right
let me
now.
say this question one more time. Let me say this question one more time.
Hey, look right there on the big screen. See what it's saying.
Okay. Before we look at the text, if
Tell
we
him
show
to read
you
from 39.
if we show you the evidence about the Bible supporting slavery, what are you going to do then?
The Bible supporting slavery.
Yeah, in fact, not just the Bible, your God saying slavery is okay. What would that mean? What are the consequences of that?
Then I have to rethink and do more research after that.
Would your rethinking then be that slavery is okay?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
so your rethinking will be that God is bad?
Sure.
Okay. So you believe slavery is bad, and if your God supports slavery, then your God is bad.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's look at the evidence.
Where is it? Is this Deuteronomy?
This is Leviticus.
There's a lot
25.
of it.
What verse? Where should I start?
I mean, the key part that we care about is from 44 all the way to the end. But you can read the other part if you want, but the part that really matters is from 44.
44, right?
Yeah, read it out aloud for us so that we can all learn from you.
Your men and your female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy.
Hang on, let me read it because I want it to highlight two things, Truth. I want it to highlight the fact that your God condones slavery. And secondly, I want it to highlight that your God has favorites. For example, the Bible is all about the people of Israel. He came for the lost sheep of Israel, not for the lost sheep of Nigeria. Do you understand? So I'm going to start from 39. So you can see the two different prescriptions within the Israelites and non-Israelites. Okay. So I'm trying to highlight 2 points here. I hope you're following. So it says, if any of your fellow Israelites become poor and sell themselves to you, do not make them work as slaves. They are to be treated as hired workers or temporary residents among you. They are to work for you until the year of Jubilee, and then they and their children are to be released, and they will go back to their own clans and to the property of their ancestors. Because the Israelites are my servants, whom I brought out of Egypt. They must not be sold as slaves. Do not rule over them ruthlessly, but fear your God. Your male and female slaves are to come from the nations among you, or around you, sorry. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and the members of their clans born in your country. They will become your property. You can bequeath them to your children as inherited properties and make them slaves for life. This verse or these couple of verses is pretty much straightforward. If you maybe want to go back and get context in it, it's absolutely fine. But you can see that this God has his chosen favorite people, which are the Israelites, and he gives two different prescriptions on how to treat a fellow Israelite and how to treat people from nations among you. So your God has told us where to buy slaves from, basically.
Okay. Look, is that something? Do not keep.
Okay, leveling. I see you. Okay, so Truth, can you respond to that, please? And there are maybe up to 50 or more verses in the Bible that does condone slavery.
Do not kill. Hold up, I'm switching it up. Hold on, I'm switching something else up.
While you're looking this up, can you tell us what are you feeling right now? I'm curious. Like, what's going on in your head? Tell us. Are you surprised by this? Is it
I'm not surprised. I've seen hundreds of videos about this. Oh, how about this verse? Do you know? Okay. How about this verse? Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. Do not kidnap anybody else. Do not kidnap anyone else. Hold
up. Bro, does what you're saying really? Do you think before you say it?
Hold up. Let me read it.
Here's truth. Like, before you jump to the other verse that is going to fail to justify this, you kind of have to contend with what we just read first. I'll save you time. You cannot kidnap. You can only kidnap free people. If someone's not free, you're not kidnapping them.
Why is it okay for you?
I don't know why Christians do that, because show me Exodus, then that automatically gets rid of this verse. Woo, like an eraser. It makes no sense.
No, context is only their friend when they want to justify their point. When they don't like something, it's now a problem.
It's because they can't hold their God responsible. That's the problem. They think their God this man doesn't do no wrong, so they can't hold him responsible. They look for a way to justify it. Whole time, it's in your face.
Okay, let's see.
But before you jump to another verse, can you tell us about the ones we just read? What do you think about it? Like, you haven't given us any interpretation whatsoever. It's almost like you're trying to look for an Uno reverse verse. But you haven't discussed or addressed this one. Why is it in the book? Why did God say this? What's going on here?
My grandma's in the background.
Bro,
what chapter of Deuteronomy is this?
This is in Leviticus 25.
Thank you. Leviticus 25.
Yeah.
You can read the whole verse if you want, or the whole chapter. Makes no difference. You'll see it.
So you remember how the Israelites were kept as slaves in Egypt, and then they left without slaves, obviously, because a slave cannot own a slave. So they were free people, and then God was giving them laws and gave them laws in Leviticus and gave them in Deuteronomy. So one of the laws he was giving them when they didn't own slaves was that you can own slaves, and here are the conditions.
It's like me telling the whole of Nigerian people, do not take each other as slaves, but go and purchase from the nations among you, Ghana, Cameroon. It's a madness.
So
we're highlighting two things here. It's favoritism and the condoning of slavery, which is the owning of another human being as property, even to the extent of being able to pass on to your children as inheritance.
Do you even believe anybody will feed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Do you think that is, possible?
That do I think that is impossible?
Yeah.
By man.
So,
okay, since I am young, right? I still have a lot to learn about the Bible.
yeah, so I'm saying, see, I'm not trying to judge you, bro. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's a lot of questions you got to ask, right? So, so especially for people who've been there before that are saying these things, they're not just saying it because they want to say it and knock you down. They're just saying because it's not right. Like, this is what everybody was told. When we used to defend this faith, Christianity or, Muslim, Islam, this is how we used to be. We used to jump and try to defend. But, when you sit back and, you go through this book and you ask yourself, damn, this same book is saying my God don't change. But now, it flip-floppy. On this old text, here's a different guy. In the new text, here's a different guy. So, who is this guy? So he started asking.
The one is the same like Islam, abrogating of verses.
Yeah, it's just
changing minds everywhere.
Ask yourself all these questions, bro. Instead of just arguing, because we could do this all day. It's a lot of verses where your Bible has, contradicted itself so many times that is no excuse for that. So, for me,
I've been a Christian longer than you've been alive, respectfully. Not saying I know everything, but yeah. So I'm an old bird.
I've got some questions for you. They're pretty much just yes or no. They're quick fire questions. Were you ever told that the Bible has no errors or mistakes?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Were you ever told that?
Yeah.
Did you believe it? As part of your faith, did you believe it?
Yes.
Did you, at the time that you believed it, did you go verify that?
Well, I was told that from a real early age.
Okay, good. So, me too. Were you ever told that God is all good, all knowing, all powerful?
Yeah.
Did you believe it?
I believe that one.
Okay, did you verify it with the text?
Verify with the text. All knowing, all powerful. Well,
all good too.
Yes.
You verified it with the text?
No, yes.
Okay, so what's this verse saying then? This has to be all good stuff then. If you verified it.
This is lovely.
This is God's good justice.
Talking about the all-powerful part. Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to demonstrate is that, and this is what leads many people away from Christianity, is that many of us were taught through dogma, indoctrination. We didn't even read the book or the text. Literally, ideas that don't even exist in the text have become part of the doctrine that we're taught. So only the people who go and now read have to come up with excuses for what they read. Oftentimes you're told, oh no, your God is all good. No, the Bible has no errors. I can point out to you so many errors. It's only when I stopped believing did I see those errors as errors.
Brother, have you been able to read Romans 9 verse 13?
Romans 9 verse 13.
Yes.
You know what? Since I'm young and I don't basically still have a lot to learn, I'll let a YouTube video answer for me.
In that verse, Esau I hated. But Sky Daddy failed to pay child support, so he ran away.
Hold on.
He didn't want to pay child support, so he ran away.
Oh, my phone's about to die. My phone's about to die.
You're too young. Don't waste your life on this religion. Go and do your passion. You're 18. Sometimes I kind of wish I knew sooner. Like I'm not saying I'm jealous of your young age. Don't get me wrong, but if I knew more, I wouldn't even have dedicated none of my time to this BS. Do what you know. You don't need religion to be kind to people. No, it's a waste of time. I'm telling you, you're gonna realize you wasted your time. You're in an institution where there's no graduation date, there's no ceremony, it's until death. And, you're in a death cult as well because your ultimate reward is after you die. It's odd to me. Don't waste your life.
Right. Well, technically, that part you're wrong in because Christianity nowadays say that until you die, you go straight to heaven. But the hope of Christ, let me say this. Let me just say this. Stop laughing. Let me.
Are you telling us what's
I'm
from the book
sorry.
or from what you were told by the pastor?
The hope of Christianity is the resurrection.
Guys, Truth, let's give someone else a chance, please. You need to pause for a bit. Bless you. It's okay.
The whole idea of
Hey, True, can you follow
religious
me, bro?
morality
So you like
is
something? It
is
ain't bad. It ain't bad to be a Christian, bro. That ain't the right thing to do right now. Cause you know how we got it. Black people out here. You know how we got Christianity. So it's not something that was, within us. So that's what we're saying.
Yeah, the whole idea of religious morality is this. Where is the idea that when God tells you to do something, it has become what is right. It is not based upon any reality of this world. Like let me use my own morality as an example, and which I think most of you here will relate to. I think morality should be about happiness or well-being and pain or the absence of well-being. What is good is that which improves the well-being of sentient beings, and what is bad is that which maximizes the displeasure, the absence of well-being in the lives of sentient beings. Religious morality on this, it is based on God says it. If God asks you to do this, you just go ahead and do it. It because God tells you to do it. It has become moral. It has become good, and this kind of misses the point. It's not. It is not, and it should not be what morality is about. Morality should be about observable, objective realities, not about what something we can't even something whose existence we can't even prove. Morality should not be based upon the command of that being. It should be about something real, that something testable, something disprovable, not God. I'm over.
Brother, I want to leave you with something today. Even if you don't learn something from a brother, I will leave you with this one.
Guys, my husband is calling me to bed in the comment section, so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We need to round up soon.
Let me just say this and let you go. I'm sorry.
That's
important. What I'm saying to you, brother, is we are not trying to convert you. What we are saying in essence is stop believing and start knowing. Because if you know something, you can identify it when it is coming to you. If you do not know something, it might even walk past you and you will not be able to identify it. When they say knowledge is power, it means what they are telling you. Everybody always try to know. Don't try to believe. Believe. You will always have a doubt. Have a good night, brother.
Oh, good night. Oh, God.
Thank you, Dynamite. Kojo, keep giving advice in the comment section, telling me to go and sleep. Me, I go spoil your market for here.
And they say how Israelite slaves were basically
I'm telling you about it.
We argue it's an elevation of their human rights in comparison to how other nations would treat their slaves at that time. Exactly. God rescued the Hebrews
What is
out of
he listening
Egypt, where they
to?
were captured slaves for almost 400 years. Right. And this was absolute inhumane captivity, where even at one point the Pharaoh slaughters the Hebrews' male infants in fear that
Are we meant to be listening to this right now? What does that help us in our reality? What technology can I
Nothing.
make from your Bible? How can I make money?
All these people are
Please.
millionaires. Why
I
you
need
praying?
money. I don't need no gospel.
One thing. There's one thing that actually comes from the Bible that's actually beneficial. There's one thing
Nothing. What and Gary?
Let me just name it. Come on, stop. Just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Come on.
I've been a Christian longer than you have
It's
been.
called
My
Mendel's
brother,
counting.
don't worry.
You know what Mendel's?
Enjoy your Christianity. It's okay.
Come on. Just let me name it, please. It's called Mendel's accountant, and it's basically used in like Mendel's accountant is used in
Got his ass out of here.
Okay.
I swear,
Well,
I've had enough
like
of you.
I
like
mean,
I was saying,
they're so
you know,
backwards.
there is this parable. I don't know. I can't say where in the Bible or in the Quran it is, but there is this parable that says, one of the prophets of God was asked to slaughter his son to make a sacrifice to God. If not because an angel brought a ram from heaven for him to slaughter. Would be slaughtering our children today when it is Eid. Normally in the Islamic tradition, when it is Eid, we kill rams, right? So, that's the kind of parable about behind the idea of, slaughtering rams in the Eid to sacrifice for God. So as you can see, I wanted to kind of like add more light on the idea of religious morality. Religious morality basically is about what God says, what God commands you to do. It's not about what improves our, our life and the lives of other sentient beings. So for me, religious morality kind of misses the point about what morality is all about and what morality should be all about. That's all.
Host, are you still
Thank you
there?
so much. Yeah, I'm still here, but I'm gonna round up now. It's almost like 1 a.m. The kids are resuming school this week, so we've got some last minute prep to do tomorrow. So I'm gonna call it a night. Guys, Ed, you've been here before, but I think you changed your name, right?
Yeah, I changed my name, yeah.
Because me, I can't forget your voice, so someone said she's a submissive wife. Kojo, you're mad. But yeah, guys, so we need to. My baby's good. Imagine I have a 5-year-old. It's so crazy. Like, it's gone so quick. He's in year 1 on Wednesday. Alhamdulillah.
Is this this is the first time, like first day of school, like
it's his first day of like primary school.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I'm so anxious and I'm like, but yeah, I think he's got it. This one is stubborn Ghana man. He's got it. Someone said, don't cry when you're taking him to school. I'm actually not that kind of mom. Even dropping him off at nursery, me, I didn't cry. I said, thank you to the teachers. Me, I enjoy my time. I'll go drop him off, go to the gym, go back my day, go to work. I enjoyed it. And he settles in quite well. He's not, he gels really quickly. He's kind of like me, like he's a people's person. So hopefully it should be all right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it in his uniform. So yeah, I'm excited. So thank you so much, Ed. Eddie. I think I know that cartoon somewhere.
Thanks for having me up. I really appreciated it. So much fun today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Dave, are you there?
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Dave, you joined a bit late today. I was live earlier this morning as well. Make sure you turn on your subscription buttons because I do like to hear from you as well. Let me go and chop my pizza. Okay. Pizza at this night. Obolo. One man to my Obolo. When you start looking like Popov and Buffalo, you see. You're having pizza at this time. That Ghana man belly is coming for you. Obolo. One man to if I got Obolo. I'm forever sexy. You wish. Anyways, my beautiful people, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for tapping the screen. Every single person, Christian, atheist, Muslim, even when you come to fight me, it's still love. It's love. It's love. You know why? Because I don't hate any of you guys as people. It's like me not liking Christian Kojo because he's ordered pineapple on his pizza tonight. Do you see what I mean? But if the pineapple has, I mean, I'm allergic to pineapple. My throat always itches. Pineapple just makes me itch. Like my lips get itchy, my throat gets itchy. I think that those are the only two things. I can't. Pineapple makes me itch. I think I'm allergic to it, definitely. And I'm allergic to not actual prawns, but the shells. So the shells of it, but it's nothing major. I'll break out in hives a little bit. Oh, the worst one I had, guys. I looked like my eyes were shut together. Anyways, love from Jamaica. Big up Jamaica. You know what, guys? Jamaica, I'd love to visit, but because I don't really know anyone there, I need like a tour guide because I wouldn't know where to go. Like, where the good spot at? Where's the good food at? Where's the good music at? So I don't know. But you know, like I said, the plan is to do more travel. So yeah. You're me. Are you wait, Abulahab, are you in Jamaica? This is Jamaica. Come with me. Me, I'm ready to fly out, baby. Look, my passport is ready, okay, guys? All you have to do is just send me confirmation and we're coming, like, you know, we're trapped. Okay, no. Anyway, what? That makes me sound like odd. Anyways, bye, Kojo. Enjoy your pizza at 1 a.m. Abulahab, I'm joking. Oh, I'm joking. Well, that would be nice though. Like, get out, hit the good spot. I really want. Oh, guys, you know what I've been craving for? I think on my next cheat day, that's what I want to have. I want to get like the oxtail and rice. Guys, I know it sounds like really typical, but you just can't get enough of it. The mac and cheese. When I say something's creamy, yeah, it makes you melt. And then I like mine with the veggies on the side, like the cabbage and stuff. The veggies, some people don't like that, but I like the veggies on the side. It kind of acts like a refresher for me. You know, you get to eat the warm food and then, you know, bite into that crunchy ass vegetable. Foodie. Anyways, yeah. I think I'd pick food over a man because men are replaceable. Food isn't. Men are disposable like napkins. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm sorry. You see what I mean? Like, food's life, man. Sorry, food over a man anytime. If you call me to go on a date, I would just rather like get food and like forget about it. We need more people like you in Jamaica. You know, Jamaica's quite religious as well, to be honest. I don't know what part. I wouldn't say every single part, but I think the Christianity thing's quite big there. You know, like I said, when I first started the thing, I used to think it was just Africa or Africans being affected by these dogmas. You know, so I see like Black people are just having this that same problem everywhere, similar to Nigeria. Yes, I'm telling you, I really thought it was Nigeria. It's Ghana too. Me, my name is what is it? Wednesday born. Kwesi is for men. Akuya is for girls. Me, I be Akuya. You know, I'm a real Akuya girl. Like, no Look at me. I be 16 years. I gotta be like this, so if you touch my tino, I go tell mommy, oh, I be 16 years. I gotta be like this, so if you touch my tino, I go tell mommy, oh. Nothing beats the African culture, man. Nothing. Not Jesus, not Yahweh beats my culture. I'm telling you, I don't care. I'm Antichrist. Yes, I'm the biggest Antichrist. Like when it comes to Antichrist, I wish I can even, you know what? It's because I don't want to damage my face. I can tattoo it on my forehead if I was about that tattoo life. You understand? But you know, my face is smooth like baby's yash. I don't want to, do such things to it. Actually, do you know what? I might get the tattoo. You know what? You've given me an idea now, Christian. Thank you. You religious people can be inspiring sometimes. Antichrist, but what? I don't know what part of the body. Daviosa, if we catch him this time, This time, there's no need for nail, hammer, carpenter. We have evolved. We have stronger security system. Don't insult baby Yash. We have a stronger way to hold them. We've evolved from there now. We are no longer riding on donkeys. But these people say that Jesus is coming back on a horse. When we are having Lamborghinis, Ferrari, G-Wagons, nice things, Airbuses and things. Helicopter. Was there helicopter in the time of Jesus? We have evolved. But this man is coming back on a horse. Do you know how many predictions we've had of this Jesus coming back, guys? Hey, my poor grandma, she waited and waited. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna check. Oh, my poor grandma. Oh, mama. Mama, this woman tried. She waited and waited. Prediction 2012 is homecoming. No be homecoming, na prom. Jesus is coming. The word is end. Do you know how many predictions? Christians would look at you and say, oh, it's the signs of the end days. Like, do you not understand? There's always been an end day. There has always been an end day. Predictions. So until we see your Jesus coming back and saying, nay, I refuse to subscribe to that. Do you see what I mean? So all these are historical, right? We're in the last day. Oh, woo, everybody put your boots on. Don't worry, in due time, we shall see. You ain't gonna see shit, Christian Koja, because you're in a death cult. When a dead person is dead, they are dead for a reason. That's why it's the opposite. Do you see what I mean? You ain't even gonna see shit because you're gone, my G. It's over. It's over, and I feel atheists don't have belief. Exactly. That's exactly Perez. Let me give Perez a round of applause. Hold on. At least one person is getting the definition right. So an atheist does not believe in gods, goddesses. Well done. So untold trauma, they're the most confused. Yet you guys believe in talking donkeys and flying donkeys. Balaam, why did you beat my yash? A donkey is talking to its owner. And you tell me Adam and Eve and a man is made from the ribs. Look, if anybody's delusional, it's you. Go ahead, to a trauma.
Yeah, can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'm new on here, I don't even know what I'm doing. Forgive me.
Don't worry. What's up?
No, I'm good, I've been following you for a little minute now. But I've never joined one of these live things.
Okay, you're welcome. Obviously we talk about religion here.
Now I know why I'm here. Sarah Garvey. posted you and I've been following you since there.
He posted me where?
On his Instagram a couple of weeks back, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice of him. Okay. So what's up? Like, what's your thought? Are you religious? What's up with you? What'd you say?
I used to be religious, not anymore. I'm from Jamaica, innit?
Oh, okay. Okay. Were you a Christian? Were you a Muslim?
Yeah, no, I was a Christian. Jamaica, obviously. Been a Christian, man, but yeah, I went to prison and my whole thing changed. Being around so much Muslims and religion is a big thing in there, man. So yeah, man,
It's a big thing, and I noticed there's a lot of these stories, like, and I always feel like, why do people like not find God like walking down the street, walking the dog in a nice sunny day? It's always at the time of wahala, like trouble, like for some reason, always at the lowest.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, man, it's a long story still. I didn't even plan to come on here. I didn't know why I pressed request, and I just wanted to see what happened. But no, I don't believe anymore, man. Like everything you say, I'm with it. I'm sitting here listening to what you're saying, like reading this little thing. Yeah, even learning in prison that the Bible endorses slavery and supports it was a big shock for me.
Me too, to be honest. I felt betrayed because I wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
Bro, that was the moment when I sat up and my antennas came up. I was like, what? And then that's where the journey started for me, where I started searching and relearning all the shit that they've taught me, you know what I mean?
And can I ask you a question? Did you ever have a moment where you couldn't sleep and you were almost obsessed with research?
Obsessed.
Listen, I had about 6-7 weeks of that. Like I couldn't sleep. Any chance I could get, I'm researching, checking this, checking that.
When I said I was on YouTube, Instagram, Google, you name it, like I was on all these little forums, I was thinking, no way. Like I felt there's a word I used to use. Yeah, man, it was just demoralizing. That's the word. Like finding out. Remember, I'm coming from a fully grown, like Christian family. Like my whole, like I was saying to you earlier, like there's this fact. I don't know if it's fact, but I've been hearing it for a long time. There's nowhere in Jamaica that there's not any per capita. There's no other land on earth that has the most churches than Jamaica. I don't know if you've heard that before.
I'm from Nigeria. It's the same thing. There's a particular building in Nigeria where it's like think of a place where you would have like different office spaces, businesses, and that. Yeah, it's churches instead. You can find up to 40 churches on the street. It's a madness. Like recently, I think this happened earlier this year or last year, but there was a place of worship built in a state called Akwa Ibom, and it's about 10,000 capacity for this particular worship center. And when I checked the unemployment rate there, it was 51%. That's a lot. But they funded money into this. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. You know, Nigerians, we pray for husbands, pray for wives. Oh, God got me this. God give me financial breakthrough. All this nonsense.
Bro, I've seen it. Like same thing. Jamaicans. I even going into prison and seeing how much, bro. Like because I didn't plan to come on here to talk. Bro, there's so much. Like I like to use this. I don't know if you've seen this before. It's from my own experience. Have you ever watched? Obviously, you've watched award shows like music. That's BET, MTV. You know these award ceremonies. Am I the only one that's clocked that these black award shows, the first thing they go up there and give thanks for is God each time they win an award?
Absolutely. I used to think it was Nigeria, but I feel like it's black people everywhere now.
Yeah. When you watch the BAFTAs or the Grammys, where it's predominantly, non-white people, The white man don't go up and give thanks to God, ever.
Facts.
I tried to bring this up when I was locked up, but I've literally just come out like 3 weeks ago now. But it's like I'm speaking a different language. I'm like, don't you lot see this as well? You lot see these mobiles and look how much of them come up on stage and give thanks to God first.
Absolutely. You know what stands out to me? Like when I was a child, this was like a typical prayer before you eat in Nigeria. You sing it in a melody like just listen to the words. So it states some have food but cannot eat, or some can eat but have no food. We have food and we can eat. Glory be to God. And the amount of time I recited that as a child, not even thinking nothing of it. But you grow up and it's like, wow, so you're using someone else's misery to glorify your God. It happens a lot here on TikTok. We could have somebody that's lost a family member. Christians will be praying, I will never die young in Jesus' name. Amen. May God never do this. Whereas this is literally just happened to the same human like you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I was a Christian, I used to have this full sense of protection. You would never think anything bad would happen to you because you carry this armor of God, and you were quite. It's just honestly, I've let go of so much. It's been 9 years, and I kind of wish it was a little bit earlier, to be honest.
Listen, I wish. I don't know where this came from. I do know where it came from. It's a lot. But I just wish we had people like this, like even yourself, Sarah, God. Like there's so much. I got books of, bro. I didn't think I would be putting down the Bible and picking up stuff like, what's that book called from? Oh my God, is it? Oh, sorry, man, my brain is very mad.
No, it's okay. Like, I think there are several interesting
moments. I've ever come on live and all these things. I don't know what I was pressing.
Really?
I swear on my life, I don't even know what I'm pressing half the time.
You be fine. Like, it takes getting used to. Like, I've been on TikTok for like 4 or 5 years altogether now, or something like that. But I've only started these topics after I was sort of like bold enough to come up with it. It took me a while. Like, I was quite worried about judgment, but like my mom knows, my dad knows. My mom's a minister, and even till today, like she was like, "Oh shit, I forgot you don't believe in God. God bless you," but she respects it. So I'm kind of happy that I'm from an open-minded family where I'm not. Do you see what I mean? I don't feel any type of way about it. I'm able to challenge them. Why does God condone slavery? I asked my mom in regards to like the Elohim part where it says, come, let us make men in our image and our likeness. I asked my mom, who's the us? My mom said like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But when you do your research, it talks about a pantheon of gods, Elohim. So there were several gods. You got Yahweh, you got like so many people don't know all these things. And someone said you're an atheist. You don't have any love. You're here blasting Christians and Muslims. Oh, I don't have any love. Oh, boo-hoo.
It's mad because that's the same thing I used to get asked as well. So how do you think, like, what do you think would be without religion? Like they think that like good morals and stuff only comes from religion. Do you get that as well?
Absolutely. They tell I've actually had a Muslim come up here and said like I'm capable of sleeping with my 5-year-old son because I don't believe in a God. And when I asked him in return, he said the only reason he wouldn't sleep with his own mother was because of Allah. So they're so adamant that because you don't believe in a God, you don't have love, you ain't got morals, and to think that a book controls these people, like it makes me wonder, like, what would you do without this God then? Like, you're just a shitty person. Just say that.
Bro. And it's crazy because, as you said, like we used to think like this. So sometimes when we come out and we speak again, that we call it out now, they're not seeing us like what we was before when we was Christian, where we was defending God. Because growing up, that's all I knew.
Same here.
Yeah,
I was brought up on it.
Yeah,
At the age of 5, I knew about hell already. Like, it's crazy. And you know what they did? They translated all these Bibles into your local language, and I think it made it more confusing. Because although I don't believe in any gods, honestly I don't worship nothing, not even traditional gods. You know, people talk about Ogun, Shango, all these Nigerian Yoruba deities. I don't worship nothing like that. But like, it makes me like go back a little bit into the past, because there's a character in the Bible called Satan or devil, whatever, right? And in the Yoruba language, they've called him Eshu, E-S-U. And when you check Eshu as a deity, Eshu was a deity recognized as like a messenger. It was like a joke, like a clown sort of thing, you know? Yeah, but they've put this character in this book like Eshu, and that's the language I was brought up in, both Yoruba and English, and that's literally what I would translate it as. Do you see? So it caused a lot of confusion, and I think it's really sad because the person that translated these things was a 10-year-old. His name is Samuel Ajayi Crowther, and he was sold back and forth, you know, from, is it the British to the Portuguese? Portuguese, I can't remember, but they eventually sent him to the UK to study, but it was only to further like propagate the Bible. So he was quite good with languages. So he translated all the Bible, and it just makes me wonder, like, how the fuck did we even accept? I don't know, like, this is so deep, because I know like my lineage goes way back before Christianity, and yeah. How did we get here?
Bro,
Yeah.
like, trust me, it's so much to speak about. Like, I'm so overwhelmed by even coming on here. My mind's a bit blank, but I respect it, man. Like, when I see people like yourself doing this, like, and then I go on YouTube, used to do when I was going through my stage, like that transition coming out of it. I was thinking these debates have been going on for decades. But I wasn't aware of this. I wasn't aware of that. This, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that travel, there's people that turn up at massive debates, there's hundreds and thousands of people who's tuning in, there's YouTube videos of millions and millions of views. I'm thinking, I didn't know any of this growing up. I didn't even know this conversation existed when I started like researching it.
Honestly, I didn't know either. Like, one of the first few people I came across was like Bakanga. If you know Bakanga, you better follow Bakanga. He is just absolutely, like, he just smashes it all the time. Like, really,
Is he a
likable.
Ghanaian?
He's Cameroonian.
No, I don't know him.
Bakanga.
Hey, host, I have a question.
His page is quite popping. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's got like way more people in.
Host,
Why is he on here?
Yes, big brother.
how's it going?
On here, Bakanga, like Bakanga, Bakanga. Like, just if you type that in the search bar, you find it easily. Bakan. Someone's put it in the comment section. Bakanga.
Oh, sorry, if I'm moving so slow. Where's the comments?
It's okay.
One
Take your
second.
time. Take your time. So, big brother, sorry. What's your question?
So, do you hate religion in general?
Yes. I'm not a fan of religion.
So you come up on these lives so you just bash it?
Yes.
Interesting. Because there's a lot of trolls on the internet. So pretty much if you're looking for fame, you can keep doing it, but then I don't think you're leading people to the truth.
I think I'm getting enough fame, to be honest. It's been quite nice. I enjoy it. I love the gifts, especially as well.
Oh, I got a call. Sorry about that.
Is that your
Interesting.
question?
So for me, I'm a Muslim, alhamdulillah.
I feel sorry for you, mate. Because that's one of the worst cults you can be in.
No, for me, what I do is anytime you guys come up with these weird information they try to bring, I go do my own research. And I feel like my faith becomes stronger.
Okay, I'm gonna pose a question for you now. So I would like for you to answer me, giving me references. So which one of these are not permitted in Islam? I want to see how moral your Islam is. Go ahead.
I've done research on every single thing you've posed up.
Okay, Which one? Which one?
I'm not. I didn't come here to debate. I did not come here to
Oh,
debate.
so you came here to cry. I told you, like, there's no
No,
customer.
I don't cry either. I don't cry. I'm just.
No,
I have.
it sounds
I
like
had a question
you've
for
come
you.
up for customer service. You had a question. I've answered it. So what else? I'm asking you a question now.
Because once in a while, I
I
just
didn't
see
even
you
ask your
bashing people,
religion.
cursing people.
No.
I wanted to see.
I
I
only
wanted to
curse
get.
you. My
I wanted
brother.
to see what you're thinking.
Big brother, I only curse you when you curse me back. You've asked me a question. You said if I want fame. Yes. I mean, if I'm looking for fame, like, how the fuck is it your business? Is what I just don't get. Like, you don't pay for my Wi-Fi. You don't pay for my phone bill. If you don't want to be here, you don't even have to. You can block me easily.
No, I just wanted to see what you were thinking. You know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think Islam is a false religion, and I think the Prophet is fallible. The Quran actually highlights to us that the Prophet himself was a sinner. So I just don't understand why you would come up and you would try to personalize it. I've not even attacked you as a person. I'm talking about the
No.
ideology.
I understand. You've not attacked me, but I've seen you attacking people for no reason whatsoever.
No.
And
I
you're
attack them. I
You're pretty
attack them
hateful.
for a reason. Yes, I am, and that's never gonna change because at the end of the day, if you're gonna come into my live stream and insult me, number one, number two, you don't know who trolls me here every single day. So don't just judge my reaction to somebody based on like a first experience. I've had people telling me they're gonna break me, use the Quran chapter 4 verse 24 on me and stuff like that. So respectfully, like, don't just come and put your mouth in it when you don't even know what going on. Like, I just don't get it.
Interesting. I'll go ahead and drop.
What does Quran
I just wanted to hear
4:24
your
say
thinking.
about sex slavery? What does the Quran says about sex slavery?
So productive. So all the stuff that you have listed, all of that is like moral concerns that you have with Islam, right?
Yes, I don't think I can derive my morals from Islam, considering what your
Yeah.
God permits.
Right. So these moral concerns you'd have, by the way, they would go against Christianity as well as Judaism as well as the Bible as well, right? You acknowledge that as well, right?
Not necessarily, because I can find like similar traits of sex slavery in the Bible in Numbers about keeping young virgins for yourself. I mean,
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying these concerns you would have across the Abrahamic faiths, right?
yes, especially the Abrahamic faith.
Right. So my question to you is this. So if does this prove like that God doesn't exist? Like if your morals don't align with this?
Yes, it does, because it sounds like the desires of men. These Abrahamic religion also subjugate women. In the Bible, it talks about how women cannot have certain positions. For example, they're not supposed to speak. They're supposed to ask their husband what to do and blah blah blah, stuff like that.
So
The
hypothetically, let's say
Quran
that.
in Islam, a woman can't be an imam. A woman can't lead prayers. A woman can't touch the Quran while she's on her period. A woman can't marry outside of her faith. A woman is not permitted to have as many wives. A woman cannot verbally divorce her husband with the talak thing. So that, yes, it subjugates women. It's against women. It's almost like the Abrahamic gods just forgot, like, he created women. They're just like little piece on the side, like a little stick hamburger type of dry piece.
Okay, guys, I'm
so
about to drop. I just came up to see how you were thinking and what kind of person you are. Akhi, people like her, I don't think you can engage them. Akhi, she's not gonna listen to you, brother.
Let's accept that. Let's say
listen
that.
to Expo. You just have jack shit to say. You came to cry. He's engaging in a conversation. and
I did not
respect
cry.
him
I
for
did
that.
not cry. Look,
I
if
respect
you were
Expo.
the kind of
Expo,
person
please
to
go
learn
ahead.
something, it would be reasonable. But I've heard so many people speaking to you, but
You've got nothing to
you're
say.
still
That's why you just came to cry. Come back when you're ready for a debate or a conversation. Expo, please go ahead. You've got nothing to say. That's why you just came to cry. Come back when you're ready for a debate or a conversation. Expo, please go ahead.
Let's take this to its conclusion. So you have moral concerns, and let's say it says here that why can't a Muslim marry outside of Islam? That's correct. In Islam, a Muslim cannot marry outside of her
why can't a
religion.
Muslim marry outside of Islam? That's correct. In Islam, a Muslim cannot marry. Trauma, I don't know if you had a call, but you're echoing. So what you need to do is, can you drop and request again, please? So Trauma, can you drop and request? I don't know if you're quite new to TikTok, but sometimes when you have a phone call or something, when you come back on the app, it has a like an echo. So I'm gonna drop you and send a request again if you want to. Okay, Expo, I'm listening.
Yeah. So you have moral concerns, which of course your morals are not. You're saying that, she says right here, why can't a Muslim woman marry outside of Islam? And I think that is correct. So in Islam, a Muslim woman cannot marry a man with another faith. That is impermissible. So so you disagree with that. But my question to you is this: so clearly, a man is allowed to marry outside of his faith. So a man can marry, for example, a Christian woman or a Jewish woman, whereas a Muslim woman can't do that, right? So I agree with you there, but my question to you is this: does that prove God doesn't exist? Like, does that prove that the God is not real?
Yes,
like, how does
it
that prove
does.
that?
Yes, it does. Particularly in Islam, I see Islam to be a very hypersexual religion, even to the extent where verses are being revealed because of sex position. Number one, number two, the Quran not only permits the full women thing, it also permits unlimited amounts of sex slavery. If you check Quran chapter 4, verse 24, it talks about like when you go to war. So, for example, I think the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was on an expedition, or I'll get the
Sorry to
verse
cut
and the
you off.
hadith.
You're not answering the question, right? The question that I'm posing, I don't think you're addressing
Yes,
it.
it does. I said it disproves the existence of Allah because it is sex. It's a sex
No.
cult.
So what I'm trying to say to you is this: that
Unless Allah is like a pornography star, then yeah, I can agree.
no, I'm saying you disagree with not only the Quranic perspective but as well as the biblical. So you disagree with the moral code of the Abrahamic God, right? So if you disagree with that conception, that moral conception, that conception of God, which has this moral standing, then does this disprove the Abrahamic faith? That's what I'm trying to ask you. Is that how does this disprove that you have to have a logical, you cannot say that, oh, because he says something that I don't agree with morally, he doesn't exist. That doesn't, or you know what I mean, like, if you think that this is more immoral, that proves his non-existence, like that doesn't follow.
The thing is, if you're the one holding like a positive claim to say that this Allah exists, then it is down to you to prove it to me. I don't see the existence of any Allah around me. Number
I
one.
don't. I'm not arguing for the existence of the Islamic conception of God right now. What I'm trying to argue right now is that you cannot do you okay? So do you don't accept any creator whatsoever, right? In any like form? Do you accept a creator that created creation?
No, I don't hold a belief to a creator. I don't hold the belief to heaven and hell, Satan, all
Right.
these.
So before you come to the Abrahamic conception of God, you have to first acknowledge whether you even believe in God. And I think the problem lies there. I think you don't believe in God whatsoever. So
Yeah, but my darling, I don't need to believe in something to make it real. I don't need to believe water is real. It's real on its own. Like whether I believe it or not, it's factual. You can prove it. But we for some reason, all your Abrahamic gods keep speaking out of a freaking book. Number one, they keep appearing to men. It's never a woman. And I talked about the subjugation of women both in Christianity and in Islam. So respectfully, for me, that's enough to show. When I look at the foundation of Islam from the revelation of how Muhammad got his first revelation, it's shaky as hell. I don't know if you believe in hadiths. I've seen several hadiths where he was suicidal. He wanted to throw himself off a cliff, had to run to Khadija. Khadija took him to her cousin. The cousin had to reaffirm what he saw. He had a lot of convenient revelation. I'm sorry, that's suspect.
no, that's fine. I don't. Here's the thing. First of all, I'm hesitating to debate you on the claims that you're making because, anyways, Mary did receive revelation even in Islam. But anyways, other than that,
Mary did not reveal a revelation. Mary revealed an angel that came in the shape of a man.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. He brought a revelation from God to her. He brought a revelation from God to her, right? Or did he not?
He brought her pregnancy.
Right. So he spoke to her. That's a revelation. When you have a message from God, that's what he is revelation.
The Isa that Mariam gave birth to also spoke as an infant. And we know that it doesn't work like that. You have sexual intercourse That's why your story is mythology, because not only does it exist in the Quran, it has existed in the Bible and many.
Right, but this none of this follows. You have to understand that if you believe in God, none of this means
It's not
anything.
possible.
Like you cannot say that because she did.
Angels don't get people pregnant.
But like if you believe in God, why is that
I don't need to believe. I don't need to believe that a car is coming on the road before I use my freaking eyes and my freaking ears. Angels do not.
The whole point of believing in God is to believe that He's capable, right?
No.
If you believe in an all-powerful God, why is any of this relevant?
The Bible would also be correct, because an angel also impregnated. You see, the thing is, Muslims have refused to admit that their book is also plagiarized. All the stories that are copied.
You're like jumping all over the place. Can we like focus on one thing? Like
it's all BS, my brother. It's
dude, sister, listen. Like you have to first of all, okay. Let's address from the beginning. Okay, so you believe that the universe came into existence by itself, or what do you believe regarding the origin?
I don't believe anything about the universe, because I don't worry about shit like that. I live my life, I enjoy my life, because when it comes to the universe, nobody knows. You don't know, and I don't go about worrying myself about shit that I don't know. So I don't know where the universe
No, but you can know some stuff. So for example, right now,
I don't know where the universe came from.
No, okay. So for example, how were you born?
Through my mother's pussy. My son is right next to me.
Okay, and how was she born?
Through her mother too. Since my
and how was your earliest ancestor born?
I don't know. Through another woman's pussy. How were you born? You came from a woman's pom-pom as well.
Right. But how was your first ancestor born?
How was your first ancestors born? Is it not true through
the same?
Can men give birth? Expo, can men give birth?
No, they can't.
No. So can women give birth?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Simple.
You came from wait. So if there was no woman, how did a woman come to being?
Who said there was no woman?
I'm just trying to tell you right now, before the first woman.
Who said there was? You see, the thing is, you're confusing yourself. 1 minute you're saying there's a first man, who's the first ancestors. All of a sudden, if there was no woman, please make it make sense.
I'm saying your earliest. I'm saying who are the parents of your earliest ancestor? That's what I'm saying.
Me tight pom pom bring life.
Productive. You're not even answering the question.
The thing is, you're looking for like magical answers, and I've told you already that in my 30 years of life, I have not seen a human being that's not come out of pom pom. What do you want?
That's fine. I'm not arguing against that. You're not understanding. Like, please try to I'm trying to be sincere here. Look, so I'm saying your earliest ancestor. How were they born? They were not born out of a woman.
Most likely through
could not have been.
Because in my 30 years of life, not just in my 30 years.
Dude, this is just insincerity.
That we come from pom pom.
This is just insincerity. Your earliest ancestor. Let's assume that was Adam.
What do you mean insincerity? Now look, Expo, stop asking me about questions. I told you that I don't know, that in my years that I've been here, this is what I know. Stop trying to squeeze an answer out of me.
No, I'm saying think of it theoretically. Do a thought experiment.
Hang on a minute. The burden of proof is not on you. Prove it to us, because I can prove that we come out of the pom pom.
Yeah, so I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you. Like I can.
Go ahead.
So if you let me talk for 20 seconds straight, I can prove it to you. Okay. So your earliest ancestor was a woman. Okay, she gave birth to someone, and from that line, you came into being. Your earliest ancestor, who was a woman, okay, who made it with a man, that woman had no mother. The reason she had no mother was because that's your earliest ancestor. That's your earliest ancestor. There's no earlier. That's literally in my definition. Your earliest ancestor has no mother. Therefore, she did not come from a woman.
How do you know that, bro? Where's the facts?
That's logical reason. You know what deduction is? This is logical deduction.
Logical. It's not biblical. Where's the facts?
I just told you facts. I said logical deduction shows that the earliest ancestor could not have had a mother. That's what it means. She's the earliest, meaning there's no woman earlier than her. That's in the definition. It follows from the definition.
There's still no facts. That ain't a fact. You know exactly what
You
you're
see how
talking
this
about. That ain't no
biggest
fact.
trying to take power from women? It's never gonna work over here because
How am I trying to take power from women? I just
you
said
are
that you're
trying. Because I know that as a woman, even being pregnant alone is a life or a death situation. But to sit here and try to give it to one stupid ass creator that you've got no proof or evidence of, whereas a woman actually, you see the mouth you're using to speak right now, you lived inside of a woman, Expo. Please don't take the power from our pum pum. Our pum pum brings life. That's all
I
you
just proved to you.
That's fact. You didn't prove jack shit.
I just proved with
You
truth
spoke.
through
You
deductive
did not
reasoning that the
prove
first.
anything. You didn't prove jack. You spoke. You
How did I not prove it?
How did I not prove it?
Okay, I'll try again. Look, this is really simple. Okay, your earliest woman ancestor did not have a mother. Do you agree or disagree?
What I got to do with your Bible, bro?
What are you talking about?
Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
You proved that you were created by God. You didn't prove jack shit.
I proved that you were. I proved
by God.
I proved that your earliest ancestor
You
did
didn't
not have a mother
prove your own
or father.
ancestors. My brother, please, you don't know my ancestors. Where are you from? Expert, where are you from? Maybe it's your own ancestors.
I do know your earliest ancestor.
Where are you from?
Sorry?
Please don't speak on my ancestors.
Why would I tell you?
Then don't.
I said, oh my God.
But please don't speak on what you don't know, please. Thank you. Can you prove the existence of your God? Can you prove that God created you? Thank you.
Yeah. So before I prove that, I have to disprove that you come from that your earliest ancestor comes from a woman. Your earliest ancestor was not created by a human being.
You're wasting my time. Just prove it, or you can maybe go down and come back, because I was actually rounding up when you came up as well. So I'm not going to get into this. Prove that you didn't come out of a woman and you were created. Simple.
I did not say that. I said my earliest ancestor was not.
Did you come out of a woman?
Yes.
Oh, so what more do you want to say now?
I want to say that my earliest ancestor did not come out of a woman.
They came out of the man.
Okay, then good for you.
Adam did not come out of a woman.
Hold on, let me give you a round of applause.
So I mean, if you can't agree with that, we can't get anywhere. I mean, come on, like seriously.
You think I'm gonna agree to bullshit?
So the first human, you're saying the first human came out of a woman? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know why you keep claiming there's a first human, because we know genetically that would be impossible. So please, respectfully,
what do you mean genetically that would be impossible?
We would not have lasted this long, my brother.
Okay, it's fine. The first humans.
So
fine, the first humans.
Which first humans and what race were they? Because me, I'm an African girl. I don't know where you're from, but no Chinese couple can ever give birth to nothing that look like me. Do you understand that? Number two, we have certain diseases where we're all disposable of. For example, I've never seen a Caucasian person struggling with things like sickle cell. Do you understand? Please, no, don't say dude. I'm not dude. I'm not a dude.
Yeah,
I'm a female.
You're not even following
I'm a lady.
basic
I'm not a
logic.
dude. Please
you
don't
guys
call
are
me
just
dude.
purposely being arrogant.
Maybe that's the American thing you guys do. Don't call me dude. I don't like it. I'm not a dude. Thank you.
Okay, sure, but listen.
No, you listen. You listen.
Okay.
What race were the first humans?
What race were the first humans? Does that matter?
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because one has a long tail and two branches.
One has a long tail and two branches? What? I don't know what that means.
What race were they?
That doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Man, move up, man.
You're chatting shit.
I don't believe in the Bible, so why you keep there?
You are chatting shit. Sorry, that doesn't matter. You're talking nonsense. Please, maybe it's probably like nighttime near yours as well. Go and get some sleep or something. You're talking nonsense.
All right. I mean, you guys don't want to guys don't want to follow basic logic.
Nonsense, my brother. I said, what race were they? You're telling me it doesn't matter. Can a Chinese person give birth to an African baby?
If they have an African partner, sure.
If they have, go and sleep, Joe.
Coming up here with this brainwash.
They have an African partner. Is that the question I asked you? Nonsense. They come here with their bullshit Adam and Eve and rib creation, nonsensical, illogical story, and they expect grown-ass people to be subscribing to such. Excuse you, mate. The hell?
Listen, dude. Wahala bicycle.
What race were they? It doesn't matter. Yes, it does.
Everything matters until it's time to go down to the truth. It don't matter. Lioness. Living in this fake reality. They can't accept it.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. How is child marriage allowed in Islam?
What's the age of marriage in Islam?
It's the age of maturity. Like when you get puberty, then you can get married.
No, that's not true. There's no age set for marriage in Islam. So if you're gonna say it's the age of puberty, what age is that? What number?
Well, it depends. It depends on every person. Some people they get puberty. Some girls, for example, they wait. There's no age. Like if I ask you, what's the age of at what point does someone become an adult? What's the age?
Over 18.
Yeah, this is according to you, but according to the
21.
okay, I understand. According to the US, if you're 18 years old,
US, please, we're talking about child marriage in Islam.
Yeah, but you asked me about the age.
But send you to somewhere where you burn with your Allah. This shit is crazy.
Too excited to speak.
So it don't matter.
Can you speak louder? I can't understand you.
You will never understand me because I'm speaking something different. What I'm saying is, you saying it don't matter. So let's say this child gets puberty at 9 for some reason. So you're saying that's okay for her to get married?
If you're talking about biology, yes. Like if you get puberty at like let's say 10, biologically, yes. Like you can have kids. So if you're talking about
somebody need to take this. You were brutalist. They need to take you down wherever. I know you're from Ghana. They need to come arrest you because now people like Ghana, they escape people, children, and
let me finish.
You're back in with your religion. I don't want to hear nothing. You filthy animal.
You can't understand the truth.
The truth is not how you want to fuck a 10-year-old girl. You're sick.
I never said that. Did I say that? I hope you recorded that because I never said that.
That's pedophilia.
I never said I want to get married with a 10-year-old. What I'm saying is biologically, if you go by biology, if you get puberty at let's say 12, yes, you're at an age that you can get married. I never said you should marry at 12.
I'm asking you, Islamically, what is the age of marriage? Because Quran chapter 65:4 talks about how you can divorce those without menses.
No,
And
okay, so can you
hold on 1 second. When we check the tafsir by Ibn Kathir, Ibn Abbas, Jalalain, all the school of thoughts, or the consensus agrees on the same. And then I decided to check into your Sharia law. The Sharia law states that the fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl does not mean that it is permissible to consummate with her. But the consummation has to happen if the husband, the wali, and the guardian and the the wali is the father and the husband agree on something that would not cause a harm, then you can go ahead and consummate. It also states that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam delayed the consummation of his marriage to Aisha because she clearly was not ready. And to support this, we have several hadith where Aisha was being fed dates and cucumbers by her mother to fatten her up. So Islamically, wait, they don't go whether she's had a menstruation or not, because we have a verse that talks about divorcing those without menses, which are children, immature young girls. So I don't get where your evidence is coming from, saying that she has to reach puberty.
So I have two arguments about that. So first of all, the age of Aisha is debated amongst the scholars. So some people they say she wasn't 6 when she got married. So I don't know if you heard about it was the book of I forgot the name, but like what he's saying, and I have two.
Was Aisha?
So basically, some people said that she was 16 or 17, and then when
Do
he
you follow
consummated
the
marriage,
sunnah of the Prophet?
yeah, it's actually the sunnah. It's the sunnah. Like
Are
it's sunnah.
do you accept Sahih al-Bukhari?
Yeah, I 100% accept. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Respectfully,
Let me
Sahih
finish.
al-Bukhari
Let me finish. Yeah, I know
5134.
which Sahih. I know what.
Thank you. So let's not
I know.
debate what is there.
No,
Let's
no,
not
I'm
do
not
that.
debating. What I'm saying is that the way that they used to date themselves, to age themselves, it's not the same. So I have a
My
proof.
brother, please let's not debate that Aisha was a 6-year-old.
She wasn't 6. Me, I don't believe she was 6.
Yeah,
Because
and it's okay because you're calling Sahih al-Bukhari a liar,
yeah,
and I
no,
agree.
I never said.
Sahih
I never said he
al-Bukhari
was
is
a
a
liar.
bombastic liar.
What I'm saying is that there's a hadith in Sahih Muslim.
Sahih Bukhari is a liar.
No, wait, I never said he was a liar. Okay? Can you
No,
listen
you
to me
are
for a while?
rejecting the hadith, and
Can
I
you
know
listen
that.
to me?
And I know
I
that Sahih.
didn't.
Sahih. One second.
No.
Sahih al-Bukhari 5134 is a Sahih hadith. Do you understand? So
Okay,
underneath
it was
what
narrated.
you're saying,
Okay,
you
wait.
are calling Sahih
Let me
al-Bukhari a
finish.
liar.
Okay,
So Sahih
let me
is
finish.
a liar.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna talk. Let me finish before you start. Okay. So it was narrated in Sahih al-Bukhari that Amr ibn Salama al-Jarami said, "My father came from to the Prophet and said that he had heard the Prophet said to him, when the so when the time for prayer comes, let one among you who knows the most Quran lead you in prayer." They looked and they did not find anyone who knew more Quran than me. So they made me them prayer, and I was a boy of 6 or 7.
How old was Aisha?
Let me finish. What I'm saying is that hadith.
You're wasting my freaking time, man.
No. What I'm saying is that the way that they used to wait. Let me finish. The way that no. It's not. It's I don't believe anything from what I'm saying.
Prayers as a 7-year-old, yes.
What?
You can lead prayers as a 7-year-old, yes.
Exactly. So, but this guy, he was leading the. No, you cannot.
Yes, you
no,
can.
you can't. The only, no, not the obligatory prayer. The scholars said you cannot lead the obligatory prayer. You can lead the Taraweeh, but you can't lead the obligatory.
Give me what prayer this was.
It wasn't the Taraweeh, so it was the obligatory prayer.
No, you can pray. You can also pray Sunnah as a child. Tell me what.
But it wasn't. Yeah, but when you pray Sunnah, you don't pray Sunnah and Jama'ah. This was leading the prayer, so it was Jama'ah.
Again, this does not indicate that he was. First of all, you do not know, according to you, according to your ideas, a 7-year-old could have reached puberty at that time. First of all. Second of all, even if he didn't, there are conditions upon which a child can lead prayer. Yes.
Prove it.
Again, I don't need to.
You know, okay, you're claiming, but you can't prove it.
No, I can't prove it because again, the scholars say there are conditions upon which a child can lead prayer.
Go ahead, prove it.
Again, I told you.
Prove it. You're making a claim. You can't prove it.
You agreed with me that he can lead prayer in specific conditions.
The only time he can lead the prayer is if it's a non-obligatory prayer.
Show me where in the hadith it says it was obligatory.
He was leading the prayer, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It was an obligatory one because he came to the Prophet. He went to the Prophet.
A lot of people have went to the Prophet over Sunnah prayers. So, how do you think we have?
You can go to the Prophet.
Just a second. How do you think we have narrations about the Sunnah prayers?
Yeah, on the and Sahih, but it's not that. He was leading a prayer. He was leading a Jama'ah. So if you're leading a Jama'ah, it's an obligatory prayer. So you can't say it was not non-obligatory.
He was not leading a prayer upon which this would not be allowed. First of all. Second of all, you have no proof that he didn't reach puberty by your definition. Because you guys claim that they reached puberty at earlier ages because of the conditions. Then fine, I'm going to use that same assumption here.
No, what I'm saying is that the fact that he let him lead the prayer means that he wasn't 6 or 7 years old. He was older than that.
He was 7.
No, he was 7.
Show me Fath al-Bari.
Fath al-Bari? What's Fath al-Bari?
You don't know what Fath al-Bari is?
No, I don't know what's Fath al-Bari.
Fath al-Bari في شرح صحيح البخاري. Or even you're saying this is from Muslim, go to An-Nawawi. Sharh Muslim. Where does this say that? It doesn't say that.
It doesn't say what?
What you're claiming. What you're claiming is a lie, first of all. Second of all, we have a hadith. We have a hadith of a person going to the Prophet at age 14, asking to join the Ghazwa. The Prophet tells him no. The guy comes a year later, at age 15. The Prophet allows him. If they were counting ages differently, you would have been, let's assume he had puberty at 10. You would have been 24 and 25. Why was he rejected at 24 and not rejected at 25?
I don't know.
Exactly. There's no evidence of them counting ages differently because it makes no sense at all. It is idiotic. It makes no sense whatsoever.
How come it makes no sense? How do you count ages before? You think they used to have a paper and they used bro, there's even they don't know when they are born. So if they don't know when they are born,
they do know when they're born because they had calendars.
Okay, so when was the Prophet born?
The Prophet was born the Am al-Fil, whatever year that would be in the Gregorian or the pre-Islamic calendar. Which
there's no specific date.
Again, there is a specific date. We know the Mawlid al-Nabawi.
No, this is a bid'ah, by the way.
Sure, it is a bid'ah. Celebrating it is a bid'ah. The date is not a bid'ah.
The date is a bid'ah because we don't know exactly when he was born.
No, we do. We do know.
No, we don't know.
Yes, we do.
No, the only thing we know is the time when he passed away. That's it.
Again, we have the dates. We have the.
We don't have the dates. You're claiming we have the dates. We don't have the dates. If we had the dates, there would be like people would don't differ with Mawlid. People differ with the Mawlid. Like they don't know when is the Mawlid, when they should celebrate the Mawlid.
Abdullah, fine. Find me a single Islamic or pre-Islamic source that says that they counted the age after puberty. Go ahead.
All right.
You're not gonna find it.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I looked into it for a full week. This is how I came across the hadith that says 14 and 15. It's a Sahih hadith in the Tirmidhi.
Yeah, I know this hadith that he couldn't go to war.
At 14 and 15. Guys usually hit puberty at age 12 or 13 or 14. But I'm being generous and saying it's 10. So he was 24 at the very least and 27 at the very most. And the Prophet told him no. But a year later, he said yes. What is the difference between a 24-year-old and a 25-year-old? Nothing.
So what's the difference between a guy who's 17 and 18?
Almost nothing.
So why is there an age of adulthood?
Because it has to be, first of all, it has to be an arbitrary number. So you can decide at a specific point. Nobody says
it's the same thing for the Prophet.
Again, it is not objective. But the Prophet and the ages of that they had at the time, we do know the ages.
No, we don't know the ages. We don't know. No, there's no solid database of when people were born.
You don't need a database.
Yeah, you need a database. How are you gonna count the age?
Again,
can I ask him a question? Very, very quick one. Abdullah, my friend, when Muhammad says, teach your kids prayer when they are 7. علموا أولادكم صلاة في السابعة. So according to your logic, it's 7 years after puberty, which like for most kids that would be when they are 20. So we need to start praying in Islam when we are 20 years old.
And then beaten up by your parents at 23.
But by the way, I like this. It's really great. If you can make it mainstream, that would be great. Like you will.
If I can make what? Say that again.
Me or him?
I didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying you can beat your kids at some point to start praying. I think
when they are 10. So yeah,
10 or something.
Bola, you can beat your kid when they are 23. Good luck with that. Yeah.
Apparently, since he's making things up. Abdullah, you're just a baby Muslim. Go and study more of the Islam and come back. Just stop being a fanatic. Stop trying to defend what you don't know, respectfully. Child marriage is permissible in Islam.
It's not permissible.
It is.
It is.
I'm hearing this argument more and more. Like it's trending between TikTok kids, which is strange, to be honest. It's so stupid. But, it's good. If they believe it, then it's good. At least we will not have child marriage.
It's permissible. I would like for you to prove me otherwise.
The thing is, it shouldn't be made mainstream because the fact that when they go to, for example, they go to an atheist or go to a Christian or go to any person who's not of the religion, and then they say, oh, child marriage isn't allowed because 1, 2, 3, they're giving credibility for the Muslims that do practice this. So when somebody says he's a Muslim, they're not going to think, oh, he believes in this, 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 and this. So it gives them...
And apart from using Aisha's age, we have Quran chapter 65:4 that's prescribing the iddah, which is the waiting period for when you're getting a divorce, before the woman moves on. It's prescribing an iddah for 3 categories of females. It talks about the ones that are too old to menstruate, the ones that have not menstruated, and for the ones that are pregnant. And looking upon the tafsir, it talks about those that are too young to menstruate because of young age, because they're immature. And we know that an iddah is only necessary for when consummation has happened, according to chapter 33:49. Oh, you believe in men or whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you marry a believing woman and you don't touch her, you can just let her go. She doesn't need a waiting period.
So this is coming. This is inevitable, actually. Because they will create at some point. They will create a whole new Islam, just like what happened to Christianity. You see, soon they will say they're slavery means something else. Child marriage doesn't exist. So we will come to this point where we have a whole new made-up Islam. And honestly, I think it's not a very bad idea.
How?
You just made one. You just made up a new Islam.
How did I make one?
Because
you're saying they counted ages after puberty. You just this is no one
this
said
is not
this
about
before.
Islam.
This is a lie.
This
It
is
about
hadith.
Islam because no.
No,
Hadith
this is, I'm talking about hadith. I'm not talking about the Quran.
Give me the hadith.
Huh?
Give me the hadith.
No, I'm talking about that hadith of Aisha.
Where did you read the explanation of this hadith? Where did you read the sharh of this hadith?
Let's put in the sound.
Yeah, what's the name of the book where you read?
I'm sorry, you just sound really desperate trying to defend something that's clearly permitted in your religion.
Are you putting the sound of people laughing?
Yeah, that was me.
Are you that desperate? I don't know, you're trying to...
No, I'm just laughing because you're a baby Muslim and you don't seem to know a lot about your religion. So maybe come back when you're well learned next time, just so I mean.
Yeah, what you said, Jiber?
Well, where did you read the sharh of the hadith? What's the name of the book so we can read it?
I was watching Osman, Sheikh Osman. He was talking about that topic.
Who's Sheikh Osman? Osman Khamis?
Who the fuck is Sheikh Osman?
He's talking about the American Osman.
Yeah, Ibn Farouk.
مش عثمان خميس لا.
All these kuffars.
He's talking about the Osman that was from Chicago block.
How famous that he only has a first name? This must be a very famous person.
It's Sheikh Osman Ibn Farouk.
Yeah, and did you try to check up what he's saying? Go to the source.
I checked.
What's the source where he was talking?
He was talking. He was taking source from a book of the Sirah, because he was because on the Sirah, Aisha's sister, she was telling her age, and it wasn't concording with the hadith. So it was just showing that they didn't count the age correctly before. So the hadith might be true. The hadith might be true. What?
Give us the theater and the page, and also explain to me why did all the scholars miss this, and why did Uthman, the Chicagoan, find this out and not Ahmad ibn Hanbal?
Are making it an issue now, so we needed to find answers.
So you're telling me that the madhab didn't give a shit whether it is allowed or not to marry girls.
This kind of debate.
They didn't even care. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that this kind of debate, atheists and Christian attacking Islam using this argument, wasn't there before. It's just mainstream right now. That is what
we do on the screen.
Yeah, but we have to find an answer for that. So if you look, if you go look back, they didn't count the age correctly.
No, they did. We have a
No,
consensus.
they didn't. They did not.
Scholars. Again, that is up to you to prove.
I told you because of the Sirah.
Again, which Sirah?
There's a consensus. He's telling you there's a
Sirah of
consensus
B.A.S.H.
among
Is
scholars.
which page? I'm gonna bring it up right now. Which page?
Okay, wait.
The Sirah is not authentic, my dog. The Sirah has a lot of naive stuff. I'm pretty sure Sheikh Uthman, they didn't tell you that, right?
The thing is,
you know, in Sirah, if you open Sirat ibn Hisham to the story where Muhammad was in the cave and Jibril came, Muhammad was asleep in the Sirah. He was literally asleep when Gabriel was talking to him.
So besides the point that the Sirah isn't authenticated, but again, the fact that I'm pretty sure that when we open the Sirah, we're gonna find either he's talking about a different era, or it's just a fabricated story. Like mentioning something down the line. Like, for example, when she was accused of zina, when she was 14.
He's telling you they counted after puberty. Like, okay, let's go and, rewrite the whole Islamic tradition. Thanks to this new discovery. Like Muslims for 1,300 years or more, they have been marrying young girls because they think this is okay, it's permitted. But now Sheikh Uthman, he just discovered that we should start counting after puberty. So they were wrong all this time.
No, but they're not even sure. They're not even sure if it was how they used to count it. I'm just telling you, like it's confusing.
Calendar, which was 354 days. You can actually look up the pre-Islamic calendar. You can see the months and their names and the number of days in them and how long a year was. It existed way before the Prophet.
They knew the months. They had months every year where they don't hunt animals, where they don't fight. They called Ashur Haram. They knew the months. Do you think they were completely backwarded or something there? Like something happened, yeah, they count. They will tell you it happened 5 years from this event. So my kid is, for example, now 8. It's so easy to know.
Cry to God. What do you want? I don't know why people are trying to make up their own Disney baby sugar-coated version of Islam. Islam is what it is. If you're a Muslim, accept it. You ain't need to lie to people here just because you're fighting.
I'm not lying. I'm just stating the information I got.
You can knock a child in Islam. You can, because it's evident all over my country. We have 12 states that operate under the Sharia law. We see little kids being penetrated by grown men. Nothing stops it in Islam. As you can see on the board, the tafsir, according to Ibn Abbas, for 65:4, talks about the iddah of those that are too young to menstruate because of old age. Y'all need to start being honest with yourselves, Go and check what the consensus, the scholarly consensus on this is, before you start getting defensive for no reason.
Hello, everyone.
You guys didn't make the religion. You're just a follower. So whatever's in it, don't try to take responsibility for what you didn't put there. If you feel like child marriage is wrong, fine, no worries. But it doesn't dismiss the fact that your religion permits it. And you're not your religion. I'm not saying that you would do it. Do you understand? I'm not saying everybody's going to do it, but it's permitted.
Whatever, but let's say it's permitted. In this case, let's say it's permitted. It doesn't mean that the Muslims are going to do it.
Abdullah, it is permitted because we have a consensus and the Muslims do it.
It's permitted.
The Muslims are not doing it.
They are.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not. Like if you see Muslims in Canada, if you see Muslims in the US and Australia
in Canada,
and the West,
I literally work at an emergency room. I see them coming in.
Who you? You see old guys with 6 years old coming at the emergency room.
Not 6. I haven't seen 6.
What you said? What you saw?
I saw 12 and I saw 14. I saw a 14-year-old pregnant with a baby of a man who was in his 30s. She came in with gestational diabetes causing a severe blood acidosis. She was going into a brain edema.
Yeah, well, it's the rare exception. So what you want me to say?
It's not a rare exception. Thank you very
It's an
much.
exception, bro. You're not gonna see that every day. Like, come on. Wake up.
Yes, we do.
That was the 14-year-old. The 12-year-old was coming in with internal bleeding.
An 8-year-old girl unalived on her wedding night. They wanted to change the age of consent in Somalia. They protested.
Somalia.
They protested because it was the sunnah of the prophet. Now they want to pass a law in, is it Iran or Iraq? And they chose the age of 9, Abdullah. Abdullah, that age of 9 comes from your religion, which was the age of consummation of marriage with Aisha. You can't deny this. Like I said, I have 12 states in my country that still operates under Sharia law. Your Sharia law. Please. Girls are walking around leaking from holes they're not supposed to be leaking from. Vagina fistula. You see, 11, 12-year-old, they got 2 kids. They've been divorced already. Come on, Abdullah. You're living in a circular law. You're living in Kufar society where the Kufar laws oversee or supersede the law of Allah. But guess what? Not everywhere is like that. So please, Abdullah, be considerate. Just because it's not happening around you doesn't mean it's not happening.
Wait, how are the law where I live supersede the law of Allah?
It does, because in Canada, can you marry a child legally in Canada? Is it permitted? Is it permitted to marry a 1-day-old baby like it is in your religion? No, it's not.
No, but it's permitted for me to marry someone who's 16.
That's their age of consent.
Yeah, but it's a child. It's an adult, right?
Oh, it's a child. So are you admitting that your religion does permit child marriage since you're
No, but you're telling according to what you're saying.
I'm asking you a question. Are you saying that child marriage is permitted in your religion and you can marry even younger? Because if you're calling a 16-year-old child a child, then Aisha was also a child. Get real, brother.
According to what you just said, you said that in my country,
if you call a 16-year-old a child, Aisha was also a child.
Yeah, but what's a 16 years old for you?
If you call a 16-year-old a child, it means Aisha was a child, which means the Prophet participated in pedophilia.
No, it wasn't pedophilia.
I think
yes,
Aisha
it was.
Yeah.
No, I still don't think Aisha was 6.
It doesn't matter what you think. Islam don't care what you think.
What you think?
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Islam was not built on your thought.
Thank you, sis. Islam wasn't built on your foundation. I don't care what you subscribe to or not. Islamically, we know the rulings. We know what one. Islam don't give a shit what you think. Who are you? Who are you to Islam? Who are you? You ain't shit. You ain't shit to the scholars. You ain't shit. Nobody gives a shit what you believe in or not. It's what is condoned within your religion. Whether you choose to accept it or not, it doesn't get rid of it. You ain't nothing.
Damn, why are you so pissed?
I'm pissed because you guys come up here and act so ignorant all the time. And it's really frustrating because all you have to do is a simple Google search. What does the scholarly consensus say about child marriage? What is the age for marriage in Islam? I don't need to educate no grown man what a child is. Why should I have to be educating you as a grown-ass man to leave children alone? It's frustrating, Abdullah. I was once a 9-year-old. I can't imagine no grown-ass, hairy, ugly man climbing on top of me at that age. I would have killed myself, like, respectfully. I don't know how victims feel of this. It's so sickening. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. So that's why it's frustrating, Abdullah, because, you know, I get that you want to protect your religion. I wouldn't call you a bad person. I'm not going to say you would violate children. No, I don't want to pin that on you, but it's frustrating when something's clearly being shown, but because you have to defend this religion, you ignore the freaking large, big ass, fat ass elephants in the room. And then you tell us this and that. Like, come on. It's frustrating.
Anyway, even if I concede that, yes, it's permissible, any Muslim right now in 2024 wouldn't do it.
Sorry, they are doing it everywhere.
And like that guy that works in the emergency room Yeah, you that works in the emergency room, you will see some exceptional case of things like that. This is exceptional case. Like you don't see it every day.
Sure,
you can't
I wouldn't see it every day. That
What?
doesn't make it exceptional.
Respectfully, Mr. Abdullah, but I think if you say you don't see it every day, one is enough for me. Seeing one child being penetrated under the name of a religion is enough for me. Number two, Somalia has a high case of it, and 99.9% of the country are pretty much Muslims. Nigeria has a high case of it. Sudan has a high case of it. Iran has a high case of it. Iraq has a high case of it. Afghanistan has a high case of it. Look, Mr. Abdullah, one is enough. This is what I'm saying, that, you know, religious people can tend to be selfish, because when you say, oh, because it's not happening around me, doesn't mean it's happening. Like, it shows me, like, where's your care for the rest of the world? Or is it just all about you? I don't get it.
Perfect. Do you hear about that in UAE or Saudi Arabia? You don't hear much about child marriage in Saudi Arabia.
You know what? You sound sickening to me, respectfully. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Wait.
You can speak to one of the man then, because as a lady, like, you're scaring me right now.
Did you heard about things like that in Saudi Arabia and UAE?
Is child marriage allowed in Islam? You still haven't said yes or no. You said, let's say I agree. We need to establish that first.
I told you, let's say I agree. But have you heard about stories like that in Saudi
I'm sorry,
Arabia?
I'm not going to have a conversation with you, because it's not about let's say. I'm asking, is child marriage permitted in Islam?
Okay, let's say it's yes. Let's say I'm conceding that. Let's say I'm conceding.
I don't want you to concede. I want a yes or a no. I want a definite Islamic answer.
Okay. Child marriage is well, I have to read about it more. But what I'm saying is, let's say I concede that. Have you heard about stories in the UAE and Saudi Arabia about child marriage? You don't hear much about that.
Yes.
And it's Sharia country.
Literally,
No,
yes. You don't hear much.
No, I know
Saudis.
Saudis.
You don't hear much,
Like
but it
my
is
best
allowed.
friends
It
are
is permissible
Saudis.
to marry. It is allowed to marry in Saudi Arabia.
I'm telling you, yes.
And the UAE.
Okay.
Below the age of 18.
What? Second?
It is allowed to marry a child in both the UAE and Saudi Arabia.
Okay, but do you hear stories about that? I have best friends living in Saudis. They told me there's no such thing as like they don't apply those Sharia law.
Again,
so
it is Sharia law. It's allowed based on the Sharia law. Even if there's not a single person on this earth that is doing it, that doesn't change the fact that your book says you can.
Okay, so but nobody's doing it.
Everybody's
that's
doing
not true, is it?
Bro, literally in my family, people are doing it in the emergency room where I've seen people who are suffering because of it.
Well, it doesn't happen. Like, it's not like something that happens every day. That's what I'm telling. Like, it's not like it's exceptional case. Like, you will hear about.
Happens every day. The marriage happens every day. Them going to the hospital because of internal bleeding doesn't happen every day. I agree with you.
And like, you won't hear about those kinds of stuff in the West.
I don't care about the West. The West is kuffar. Fuck the West.
No, well, I care about the West because the Muslim living there, because there's more peace, they practice Islam more peacefully and like more like
they're forced to, because if they don't, they're gonna get deported.
You say that. Yeah.
Wait, what?
They're forced to be more peaceful because if they don't, they're gonna get deported.
No, they're just living as a Muslim, as Muslims should do.
I told you.
How?
They're forced to be more peaceful because if they are not peaceful, they're going to get deported.
Who said we're violent anyway?
Again, your book.
Most Muslims in Saudi Arabia.
The book doesn't say that we have to be violent.
It doesn't say you have to be, but it tells you to.
Do you know what, Mr. Abdullah? I just don't understand. Mr. Abdullah, look, let me tell you something. Yeah, look, nobody's against you. Yeah, look, when I'm having this conversation, it's not even to insult you as a Muslim. We might have gotten off on the wrong foot, but look, we've come to an era where believing is no longer enough. We want to know what's up. We want to know the origin of our religion. Look, I think praying 5 times a day, sometimes as well, it's not enough. For me, I think if you're practicing a religion where the morality of what is permitted within that religion conflicts with you as a human being, I'm not asking you to drop it, Mr. Abdullah, but that's what I did. That's why I left Christianity, because the God also condones slavery, genocide. I've noticed that when the God is being asked for forgiveness, there's always like a collateral, like there's a shedding of blood. For example, the story of David, where he took the life of 70,000 people. Me, I can't agree to that. But please, one thing we're not going to do is spread misinformation about a religion. Islam is a very strict religion, and they've already set their standard. Because what you're saying right now, Abdullah, saying, no, it doesn't happen here, you could be seen as a kuffar. You understand? You could be seen as you're speaking against the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he married and consummated with a 9-year-old. But it's sunnah. It's okay in your religion. It's not wrong in your religion.
It's not that he might be seen as a kafir. He would be seen as a kafir because anybody who does tahrim of what Allah has made halal is a kafir.
He will be seen as a kafir.
You can't go against what Allah and His Prophet has decreed, no matter what. Even look, the Quran. Let me show you a verse in the Quran. Let me show you something. Hold on, hang on a minute. I have a verse to show you that you really don't have a choice like that.
He knows the 5 pillars of Islam, doesn't he? He knows the 5 pillars of Islam.
I need to find that verse. I don't know if Ems can help me. It talks about, like, there are some things where Allah can prescribe to you, but you don't feel good about it. But don't worry, Allah knows best. I don't know if I'm narrating it okay. There's a verse, let me see. I think we used it yesterday, where it says, like, there are some things you might not sit or your heart. Hold on, I'll find it. I think I can. I opened it yesterday, didn't I? I can't find it, but there's a verse that says something like that. But if Abdullah, I'm sorry, I can't find it at the moment. If I do find it, I'll let you know.
There's one that says, it is not for a believing man or woman, after Allah and the Prophet has decreed something, to go against it or even to think about it.
No, not even that one. This one says, like, there are some things that might be prescribed for you to do that might not sit well with you, but don't worry, Allah knows. But wait. An example to verse 216a. So it states, 1 second. Why is my picture not loading up? It says, so for example, this one, it states that fighting has been made obligatory upon you believers, though you dislike it. Perhaps you dislike something which is good for you and like something which is bad for you. Allah knows and you do not. So literally, I think what this verse is trying to say is, whatever Allah and His Prophet has stated, really, Abdullah, you've got no say in it. As somebody that submits, you submit your will to Allah. You've given it all. So whatever they say goes.
I've never said I'm against that. But yeah.
So you're not against child marriage then, are you?
It's not that I'm not against. I wouldn't do it. But whatever the Quran, whatever is in the Sunnah and the Quran, I accept it. But it doesn't mean that I have to apply it.
Interesting, isn't it?
I accept whatever is in Sunnah and the Quran, but I don't have to apply everything.
I'm not saying that you're going to do it. Do you agree with child marriage in the Quran? Yes or no?
I agree with whatever is in the Quran and the Sunnah. But
so which means you agree with child marriage then. So thank you for clearing my point. Hence why I say that for any Muslim that wants to teach me about like morality and stuff, respectfully, I just don't think you've got the authority or the standard to do that. Because even me, as somebody that does not believe in a God, I would never allow that for a child, even if it's not my child. And I see some other person's child and I see that this person, I will fuck you up, number one. Number two, I have a 5-year-old son and no 54-year-old woman is coming next to my child saying one da da da. I would never let that happen. So this is what I'm saying, that respectfully, religion doesn't always teach morality, because you've just, wait, you've just said that you can't do it. Yeah, this is a religion that you practice. Do you see what I mean? So religion doesn't always give morality, I must say, respectfully.
Perfect. I have just a question, like it's a general question, but like, do you think that morality changes with time, or it's an objective morality that will never change? Like whatever the time is, it never changes.
Of course, it always changes.
So morality is subjective.
Absolutely.
Perfect. So like, and this case, like let's say we go into a war, and like I'm just saying like that, like and 20 years we go in a war against like let's say the Russian and the Chinese. Would it be moral to unalive these people?
What do you mean we go against the war? Is there a war that needs to happen for you to marry and consummate with a child?
I'm not talking about that.
I'm sorry, but that's a respectfully, that's a very weak analogy, because we are
it's not an analogy. I'm just saying, I'm just asking you a question.
1 second, Abdullah. We're speaking on child marriage. We've seen what child marriage does to these children. We know that the cervix of a 9-year-old is not completely mature. And sadly, because there's no...
Where does it say child?
Please, Imran, can you not interrupt me?
No, because if you're making claims like this...
Do not interrupt me.
No.
Like I keep saying...
I've seen you interrupt Abdullah.
Over here, shush, it's my show. If you want to run your show, you go and open your own show. You don't have to be here.
If you're making fabrication, if you're fabricating the religion.
Shush, please stop being disrespectful. Thank you. We're having a good conversation, even though me and Mr. Abdullah don't agree on the same thing. Please don't ruin it, okay? Don't do that. It's not even worth it.
We'll handle everybody.
So,
one after the
Mr.
other.
Imran, do you know what? Moderators, can you drop Imran? He needs to go and tap in the comment section. Bring him back up.
No, let him stay.
No. I'm not gonna let him stay. Sorry, Abdullah, because even though we've disagreed back and forth, we're still having a good chat. I don't like distractions. It's not really nice. Let him go and tap in the comment section. We could do with the lights. It's not a problem. Yes, go ahead.
Could you send the A-star with him too?
Oh, shut up, you Egyptian dog. Wallahi, I'll expose you. I'll go Alexander and find you, you dirty mudka.
What did you do to them?
Jan, what's your name? Jan, what's your name? Yancy?
Productive Yash.
Yeah, Productive Yansh. Can you put back Imran, please? And I'll go out. I have to go pray. But
okay, but can you just quickly tell him to behave himself, and I'll bring him up. Thank you.
He's gonna behave. Maybe he was he was trying to get his point, but like I was talking and you were talking, so. But like let him speak. Like I want to.
Okay,
hear
but
him.
Can you pray for the people of Palestine while you're there? Because Allah doesn't seem to be doing anything.
When I pray,
so when is Allah gonna answer the prayer, Abdullah?
Allah has his his way of answering.
No, but too many innocent babies are dying. As a mother, it breaks my heart. There's no need for it. So tell Allah to speed it up, because it's not fair on them.
I can't change it. This is Allah's decree. I can't do anything.
So why is Allah punishing little innocent babies?
I don't know. I don't have an answer. It's Allah's decree. I can't answer about that.
Okay, no worries. Anyways, enjoy your prayer. You can come back if you're ready, if you want to. Imran, you can come up, but please behave yourself. It's not a nursery school. Thank you, Abdullah. So guys, we've established that child marriage is permissible in Islam. Respectfully, when it comes to morality, I just doubt that anybody can. Look, I'm not saying I'm better than you, but I feel like most religious people anyway, most Muslims are better than what's in their books, respectfully. Do you understand? That's why when we have these topics, I like to remind you that I'm not speaking about you guys as individuals. I'm talking about the doctrine. What does it promote? What is permissible? Do you see what I mean? So I'm going to give the microphone to the next guest. Is it great or shake? Shake? I don't know who was here first.
Just before we get into it, the brother that was here earlier, when he was going after Ems, he's right, because Ems is a munafiq. He sits on Islamic panels trying to become a Muslim, and then he turns around and comes onto Christian lives just so that he can negate.
This is gunshot, by the way.
What is going on? Ems, what did you do to these people?
You're a munafiq, and I'll expose you, you cunt. That's what you are, Ems. We know who you are. Yeah, so don't try and play clever, because we know exactly what you do. You come on.
What is going on, guys? Guys, please, let's have a nice, decent conversation. Mr. Ems, do you owe them money?
So what's funny is the gunshot guy. He came up on a panel.
You touched them in their heart already.
Just a second. He came up on a panel.
I think that's the second guy. Yeah, that's the second guy.
He came up on a panel where I was debating Muslims, and the Muslims were coping by saying that, he's gonna embrace Islam one day. So he thinks that I'm genuinely embracing Islam while also attacking Islam.
Oh, no wonder he's mad. Great, you can come back again, G8, but please keep it respectful, okay? I don't want emotions. Please answer my questions, the questions on the screen. Why can't a Muslim woman marry outside of Islam, but a man can marry a non-Muslim? They can marry Jews, they can marry Christians, but a woman in Islam has to remain within Islam. I just want to know what's the logic behind that. Secondly, which one of these are not permitted within Islam? Please proceed to answer the question.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask you some question?
All right, Sheikh.
Man and woman, who are they responsible of whom?
What do you mean responsible? In what way?
Who have the authority?
I don't know. I don't follow any religious books that tells me about authority. So maybe you can tell us.
In your logic.
In my logic, I don't think anybody has an authority over one, because I feel like men and women complement each other. Me, for example, I need a man, and I think a man needs me as well. We complement each other. We're like a football team, you know, we're targeting the same goal. So I would say there's some areas where men are better and there's some areas where women are better, but I think together we make it work. That's what I think.
That's what you think.
Yeah, you asked me in my logic, and I'm just giving you my logic. You don't have to agree with it, but that's what I think.
I'm not trying to let you to agree my own, and you cannot try to let me to agree your own. But I'm just asking.
I'm not here to convince you, my brother. It's just a conversation. Do you understand? I'm not here to convince you. So, do you think men have authority over women?
Yeah, men have authority on women, but not like everything.
So if that's the case, men having authority over women, are men supposed to be looking after women?
Yeah.
Okay, so why does the Quran permit you to beat your wives?
Where?
Surah An-Nisa, that's Quran chapter 4, verse 34. Why does it, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Why? Because, okay, even if I'm going to agree with you, my brother, that, you know, men are responsible for women, fine. But I think if you're going to set authority and say one has to look after the other, then why does it, sorry, one second, this is the wrong verse. I'm looking for Quran chapter 4, verse 34. I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to read it. One second. Because it's a bit confusing for me if you're supposed to be like the caretaker. So it states, men are the caretakers of women, since Allah has made some of them excel over the others, and because of the wealth that they have spent. So the righteous women are obedient and guard the property and honor of their husbands in their absence with the protection given by Allah. As for women whom you fear rebellion, convince them, leave them apart in bed, and beat them. If they obey you, do not seek a way against them.
Read the Arabic.
I can't read Arabic, but Ems, can you read the Arabic for us, please?
Okay. Which part's the beginning?
Yeah, is it on the beginning or do I need to go further?
Is this Islamic to be racist?
What makes you say I'm racist?
You are?
How?
You came up on the panel and called Bola an ape.
Don't let anybody to read it.
Okay.
So
how is that racist?
You called African atheist an animal, yes?
Okay.
You
How is that
literally called them
racist?
that.
Oh,
How is
he's
that
a racist. Let me drop him. He can go and kiss my black yash in the comment
You know what that
section.
is?
So,
That is gunshot. You remember
who
this?
is that?
Gunshot.
Who is that?
Gunshot.
Is it gunshot? No wonder he keeps hiding under accounts. Oh, so you're the racist. You know what? Moderators, can you please block gunshot for me? I didn't know it was the racist because you can see that he's gosh, he said the most disgusting thing about black people. He always comes and tries to hide under different accounts. Moderators, please, can you just block his nyash for me? He's not welcome here. And that's why he keeps hiding on new accounts. Yeah. Okay. Sheikh, Flat M's, please, the verse is there. So can we read it in Arabic, please?
رجال قومنا على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض.
Because
what are you saying?
No, you are trying to bring me a proof.
I'm bringing you proof, and I don't speak Allah's language. Someone that speaks Allah's language is here. So why are you trying to force me to read in a language that you know I don't speak? Hence why I'm reading the English. We have an Arabic speaker here to help me. That's why he's here, to help us out. So please, respectfully, Sheikh, don't force me. There's an Arabic speaker here. Let him read it. Thank you. I don't have time for that.
I didn't fool you.
I don't speak Allah's language because I know Allah only speaks Arabic. That one is fact.
You don't speak Allah's language.
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. And why are you trying to pick a chunk
Please
of
don't play that game with me. Flat M's, can you please read the Arabic, please?
No,
الرجال
I
قومنا على
want
النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قاتنات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله وبما حفظ الله وإلا تخاف ولا تخافوا وإذا خفتم نشوزهن وعظوهن في المضاجع فعظوهن واهجرهن في المضاجع واضربوهن فإن أطعنكم فلا تغوا عليهم. Yes, that is it.
So, Sheikh, why are you permitted to beat your wife?
Madam.
Sheikh, please don't play games here. Why are you permitted to beat your wife?
I'm not playing a game.
Okay, so answer my question, sir, please.
Madam, you are trying to bring me a proof. You are the one who are trying to bring me a proof. So, if you are bringing a proof, you have to ascertain it well before you bring it to me.
I told you I don't speak Arabic, and you're not going to force me. Can you please address the verse? Thank you.
If the translation is wrong, why are you going
Can you please just address it? So now you read it in Arabic for us, and you give us the context. Thank you.
No, if I speak it and if I translate it well for you, you understand my own.
I will understand it because this is a very good. This website is very good. You know why it's very good? Because when you actually scroll on the words, it gives you the translation. So please go ahead and read it, and then you can give us context. Thank you.
Madam, if I read it.
Uncle, please, now stop wasting time. It's late at night, please. Can you read the thing and then give us the explanation, please? Thank you.
If I give you the answer, will you going to follow the instructions?
If I check the Tafsir and the Tafsir says what you're saying, then I will agree with you. If it doesn't, then I'm going to go according to what the scholars say. Thank you.
Bola.
Mr. Shay, can you please stop trying to play games with me, please? I'm begging
I'm
you.
not playing games.
Okay, can you read it? You don't need to talk to me anymore. Read it. I'm going to give you a chance to explain. Here's your opportunity.
No, I'm not here to explain anything. I'm not running. I can read it.
My brother, my African Muslims, you people, you try. I actually love you guys, but respectfully,
African Muslim, Adam.
Let
me try.
Are you from Nigeria? Are you from Nigeria?
No, I'm not from Nigeria. I'm from Ghana.
You're not from Ghana. I can't hear a Ghana accent. You're from Nigeria.
Madam, you have tried to bring a proof to me.
Okay, you're from Ghana. I can hear it now.
You are trying to bring a proof to me.
Uncle, you cannot read Arabic. Just read in tree and say etisay. Don't play games with us. You just say you want to chop banku and get out, my brother. Please don't play that game. You can't speak Arabic. You can't read Arabic. I can tell. My brother, be honest with us now. Nobody's gonna beat you. You can't speak Arabic yourself. How do you put yourself in a religion where this is the language that's going to be spoken on the day of judgment? It's what I don't get.
Hello.
You can't speak Arabic.
I can't speak Arabic.
I know you can't, my darling. I know.
Baba, you can speak Arabic.
I don't speak Allah's language. I told you. I've been Niger, babe. I don't speak Pidgin. I don't speak Yoruba. I don't. This is why I question a lot of my African Muslims. When you guys are memorizing, do you understand what you're saying exactly? Because somebody will read this verse now about beating women. Bismillah, Rahman, Rahim, blah blah blah, and they will say, Amen. You're literally reciting on how to beat your wife.
Who told you that you beat your wife?
My brother, don't let me get my Niger. Niger girls, we get wahala for body. Please, I beg you. If you cannot read the Arabic, just say so. You said you can't read it, so please, you are not in any position. Read the Ghana one or read the English one.
I didn't say I can't read it.
Okay, now read the verse. Then read this in Arabic.
No, you are trying to bring me a proof. And I say
what is this, man, Charlie? My brother, please just read it.
I want to see the comment section. I want to see more like comments about this. If I'm or if I'm trying to play any game.
My brother, you are a Yahoo boy.
I'm not a Yahoo boy. I'm not playing.
You're moving like a Yahoo boy, I swear. You are so diplomatic, eh? You're like a politician.
You are trying to play like you are trying to play a smart.
You are a politician.
Try to play smart. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're making me laugh. You know what I had for lunch today? I had emuto. I'm in a very good mood. I had emuto today.
No, you bring me. You are the one. I can read Arabic.
Okay, read it, please. Go ahead.
I don't want to read. I want you to read to me.
I told you I don't speak Allah's language. I don't speak Allah's language.
You don't speak Allah's language.
But you are the Muslim. Muslims are the ones that are supposed to learn this language, not me.
Now I'm the Muslim, so I can't speak. I can speak. So my understanding and your understanding will not be the same.
Okay, so read it and then explain to us. You've not even given me the chance.
If I read it and translate it for you, will you become a Muslim or will you accept this?
Yes, I will become a Muslim. Now read it.
Flat MS. It's no you. It's about the sister. So
I said read it and I will take my shahada. Hurry up, please.
You will take your shahada.
Inshallah, read it.
Inshallah. Okay. So now, if you didn't take the shahada,
Oh, my brother, I promise you. Look, you have my words. You have my words. Yeah, you have my words. I'm a woman of my words, Sheikh. So please read it, and I will take my shahada.
If you are lying, how am I going to know?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be on the live. I promise. I will take my shahada. Read it. Ashahadu Allah illallah. Don't let me start already, please. Sheikh, read it.
Who told you that if you say Ashhadu Anna Muhammad Rasulullah, you are Muslim?
Sheikh, please, you're wasting time. Just read it. Hurry up.
Who told you that if you say Ashhadu Anna Muhammad Rasulullah, you are Muslim?
No, okay, sorry, I'm wrong. Just read the verse first, and then you can tell me what I have to say to be a Muslim, okay?
I didn't say you should say anything to be a Muslim.
My brother, have you ever tried being a stand-up comedian?
Comedian.
You are funny.
Why are you trying to tarnish my
You
image?
are funny. You're making me laugh right now. You're so funny. Sheikh, please now, come on. It's getting late. It's like 1 a.m. I was actually trying to round up, but because a few more people came and I just wanted to give you time. Sheikh, it's like past 1 a.m. or something here. I don't even know. Please read it because I have to go to bed, you know? Sheikh, please now, eh? Jig body.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
Oh yeah, now, please.
Okay, Ekale.
I can't let to you too. It is saying, yeah, oh yeah, read.
Bye bye.
He left.
MashaAllah.
He doesn't speak Arabic. I'm choking on my own saliva, please. Let me sit up. Ooh. Ooh. Sheikh Samsung. No wonder. Oh, he's back again. My brother make me laugh tonight, eh? I'm gonna sleep happy. I've eaten Ghana food. A Ghana man has made me laugh today. I'm gonna sleep good. Yes, sir.
Abi your friend here.
Sheikh,
friend here.
Sheikh, please.
Let me look it well. If I'm trying to steal myself, Rejalun Kawamuna ala Nisa. Or that is not that. No, I'm asking him. It's not that.
He went. No. Bola, bring the verse after because he went to check the. Just a second. He went to check the reading of it. He'll bring the verse after.
Okay.
You want to check what?
Oh, Sheikh, you're so funny, man. Honestly, you know, you're naturally funny. You don't even have to try.
Let me tell you, I can read the verse from
My
top.
brother, okay, go ahead then. Okay, go ahead.
But you are the one who are bringing me this proof from the Quran, and you yourself, you don't understand the Arabic. If the translator is...
You don't understand the Arabic.
A translator is...
You don't understand the Arabic.
Huh?
You yourself do not understand the Arabic.
You don't understand the Arabic.
I'm in my Arabic.
Huh?
Exactly.
That means Islam is for Arabs only then, because if you're trying to tell us that we need to go and learn another language to be part of this religion, then this religion was never for us in the first place, honey. Well, what do you think, Sheikh? This religion can never be for us. If I have to learn another man's language to connect with my creator, it can never be for me. Respectfully.
I'm getting called to another live. If you're still on, I'm going to come back.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, Mr. Ems. He'll be gone by then because this man, he needs to go and chop banku and sleep. Yeah, he's gone again. Anyways, you guys, let me round up because it's super, super late. If not, I don't want to be here all night. I'm going to end up getting distracted. Area 51, are you there? I think he's sleeping. Big Blue? I think everyone's sleeping. Anyways, beautiful people. So I'm going to be busy tomorrow. So there's not going to be any live. Yeah, Faina, I was just about to say there's not going to be any live tomorrow. I'm sorry. I've not really been as consistent, but the kids are going back to school. I'm just like, getting myself ready. So I'm going to be a bit busy, but when I do find some more time, then I'll come back. So, guys, I just want to remind everybody that belief systems should be personal. I think once you start to look down upon others, and I think most religions are quite guilty of this, they will tell you, well, no, this is the way for salvation and that's the way for salvation. But, once you start looking down on others and thinking you're the superior one, then I think it creates a sense of arrogance, a sense of superiority. I'm not going to lie, I was once guilty of it myself, being a believer. To believe simply just means to accept something without proof or evidence. I'm all about humanity first for me. I'm just happy that I don't subscribe to any books or any ideology that tells me to see or treat other people different because they don't subscribe to the same thing. Guys, to know that most religions operate based off of fear. Do you understand? So once you get rid of that fear aspect, you're as free as a bird. Do you understand? My brothers and sisters, it's sunnah to fly planes into the tower. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I just read that out. That's horrible.